players from last year. 3 of them were 3-year starters. 1 was a 4-year starter, just a lot of experience. So that was a question mark coming in. We did know that our secondary was athletic and they had a lot of speed, and maybe more speed than we did last year. So we knew once they kind of got going and got comfortable that they had a chance of being pretty good. And we've been really impressed. We've been really proud with how they've played. But then up front, we've put pressure on people. I think we've forced quarterbacks to get rid of the ball faster than they want to, kind of made them make decisions quicker. And sometimes when you get a shot or two on the quarterback, it makes them a little hesitant. So it's been a team effort there on defense. But I think our secondary guys and their speed and athleticism, got some state track guys that are in that secondary, and I think that's been a big key.
Coming into this matchup on Friday, obviously this is a rematch from last year in a game that was extremely close, back and forth the whole way. It was a tight game, and you guys prevailed 22-19. So with as close of a game as it was last season and how that game went down, what do you think are some of the keys, without giving anything away proprietary, obviously, what are some of the keys to you being able to come out on top again?
Number one, there's some benefit in playing the team last year. You see some things, but the deal is it's equal because Grapevine has the same advantage, and they can see some stuff that worked, stuff that didn't work, and maybe playing accordingly. And I also just think sometimes film is hard to tell how big, how fast certain guys are, and being able to see them up front, live in person, we know how fast they are, how big they are. So I think all of our football games are the same. I mean, whether we're playing Grapevine or anybody else, is we've got to win up front, and whether we're throwing the ball, running the ball, and then defensively, same thing. That's kind of where our football team is built. So we do that. And then you mentioned it earlier, but the turnover battle is one of our team goals that we just think is a huge key that determines wins and losses, is who wins that turnover battle. So that was something last year that we were able to do. I know 1 for sure turnover last year, maybe 2, but we got some, and that was kind of huge, especially there late. So we're going to have to take care of it up front and take care of the football. And I think if we do that, it's going to be a game, but we know what we're getting into. Those guys, one of the best teams that we've seen on film all year, and they got it rolling right now too. So we just want to put ourselves in a position to be in the game at the end. Last year we were fortunate enough to come out on top, but we're going to try to battle and be right in it at the end.
All right, Coach, we really appreciate you taking the time out today, and we look forward to the game on Friday night.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
That is Cooper Pirates head coach Chip Darden. When we come back, we'll have more of the First Colleyville Church pregame show for you. This is Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
This is Josh Brown, owner of Cryo Nation in Grapevine and official cryotherapy provider for our Mustangs. Are you dealing with pain, soreness, or inflammation? Do you want to recover faster? Are you trying to lose weight, tighten, tone, firm the skin? Do you want to sleep better and have more energy? Then you need cryotherapy. In just 3 minutes of cryotherapy, you can accomplish all this and more. Recover faster, look incredible, live your best life. Try cryotherapy today at Cryo Nation in Grapevine for only $15. Get cold, not old.
It's Pre-Owned Truck Month at Classic Chevrolet. Over 350 pre-owned trucks to choose from. As the #1 Chevy dealer in the nation, we've allocated millions more to keep paying top dollar for your trade. Get an instant cash offer with our Easy Pass, or custom order the truck you want how you want it. Classic has the most Chevy deliveries in Texas. That means you get your truck faster. Find new roads. Based on 2020 GM Small Business and Dealer deliverables.
At First Colleyville, we believe that church is a place where anyone can find connection, purpose, hope, and community. From an engaging kids ministry to a high-energy student ministry, and from compelling weekend experiences to in-depth adult ministry studies, our goal is to lead every generation to know and follow Jesus. If you're looking for a church home, we would love to invite you to check out all we have going on. For service times and directions, visit firstcolleyville.com, and we will see you this weekend.
Do you feel your home is too humid and slightly musty? Do you have that room or side of the house you don't use because it's too hot or too cold? Do you have family members struggling with health issues or allergies? Then contact Energy Attic and transform your living spaces by transforming your attic. Energy Attic uses a 3-part energy reduction system to make your home or office as comfortable and energy efficient as possible, saving you money, reducing your carbon footprint, and improving indoor air quality. Who doesn't want to save money, breathe cleaner air, and sleep better? Energy Energy Attic helps improve your home climate control, reduces those cold and hot pockets, makes it more comfortable throughout, and saves you up to 40% on your energy bill. It's fast and easy to schedule your free Energy Attic audit. Simply visit energyattic.com and fill out the form. Virtual appointments are available as well. Now is the time to get your project started, so let Energy Attic show you how much you can love the comfort of your home. energyattic.com. Attic solutions to transform your life.
Welcome back to the First Colleyville Church pregame show. Jacob Dedamore here, and I'm joined by Grapevine head coach Mike Alexander. Coach, the trip was worth it on Friday. Went out to Midland, got a big win, and everybody came out of it, looked like pretty healthy. So all in all, you had to be overall pretty pleased with the results of the trip and how the game went.
Yeah, I mean, Jacob, this time of year, there's one stat that matters really, and that's that W or L at the end of the game. And we got the W. That's the most important thing, and get to play another week. Wasn't overly impressed with defense, especially the first half. We didn't play very aggressively, didn't tackle great, and didn't play very smart there at the end of the half. But came out better the second half, played with a lot more passion and energy. And I think definitely the offense kept us in the game in the first half and then put it away in the second half for sure.
Well, let's talk about how the defense started off. I mean, we talked about in our pregame interview, you knew how fast Jacob Quijas and Ernie Garcia were, and I'm sure you went over it with the guys looking at it on film, but did their speed even surprise them live? Because, man, those two guys, we were impressed with how fast and quick those two guys were in the open field.
Yeah, I think they were. I mean, the biggest thing was just the first play of the game. I mean, they had a nice scheme. They had two guys blocked at the point of attack and gave a little counteraction that got our linebackers out of there and basically just said, your free safety is going to have to make the tackle here. And we didn't. We whiffed and didn't make the tackle the first play of the game, and that guy's fast enough to go score when a safety misses a tackle. Yeah, I was not happy. I was frustrated about it just because I didn't feel like defensively we came out ready to play. And, when you're in a second round game and you don't come out ready to play, you got to ask yourself some hard questions. So we've been doing a lot of soul searching over the weekend, and I don't know if it was the long bus ride or whatever, but either way, defense was not ready to play. We cannot do that this week. We've got to come out and be on point from the get-go. But our offense, credit to our staff and our offensive players for just showing up from the get-go and dominating up front, running the ball. And Colt was very efficient throwing the football, played really, really well on the offensive side.
Speaking of Colt Mercer, man, he really had a very nice bounce-back game after throwing the 3 interceptions the week prior. He came out and was next to perfect on Friday night. Give me an idea of what you thought about his game on Friday.
I thought that Coach Lloyd and our offensive staff did a great job of building the game plan into his strengths. We knew going in that the way they lined up, they were going to give us a lot of fast screen things on the perimeter. And quite honestly, for a quarterback, those are security blankets. I mean, those are easy throws to make. And I think he needed that, after that round 1 game where he struggled a little bit right there in the middle of the football game. So, but even beyond that, I mean, Colt took what the defense gave him. We did a lot of things in that game where he had 2 choices. On the field side, we'd have a route combination, and in the boundary, we'd have a separate route combination, and allowed him to just look at the defense and take the easiest throw. And he did that. There were a couple times when I was a little bit frustrated that he didn't maybe take a slant to Parker, but I asked him, why did you not like that? He said, it wasn't that I didn't like that, Coach. I just liked the boundary itch better. Okay, good answer. That's what you want to hear, those answers from your quarterback. So he did a good job. I felt like he would. When you and I talked last week, I told you I really wasn't that concerned about the 3 interceptions because I felt like they were all a little different in why they happened, and I felt like he'd bounce back, and he did.
Now this week, you've got a rematch of the same round last year with the Cooper Pirates out of Lubbock. It was a very close game. You guys lost by 3. So as you're coming up in preparation for this week, obviously both teams have the advantage, if you want to call it that, of having played the same opponent this time last year in the playoffs. But as a coaching staff, does this make it a little bit easier and a little bit more seamless in preparing, knowing that you faced this same team last year in this spot?
Yeah, I think to a degree. I mean, they're still doing the same stuff defensively that they did last year. They're still doing similar things offensively. I think they're doing some things offensively a little better. They're probably doing less offensively, but doing it more efficiently. We'll do a lot of the similar things we did last year, both sides of the ball against them. I mean, you look at that game last year, Jacob, and yeah, they won by 3, but I mean, they scored 3 touchdowns. We scored 3 touchdowns. The difference in the game was they blocked one of our point after tries, and then they went for 2 later on. We went for 2 later on, didn't get it. And that was kind of the difference in the game. And that's how they win, though. And I talked to our team about that today. And they win games where they're equally matched over the last couple of years by winning the special teams and playing solid defense and scoring just enough points to win. What we have to do this week is we have to play well both sides of the ball, just like they do. But I really believe the game's going to come down in large part to special teams, and is somebody going to give up a big play in the special teams? You look at their game against Wichita Falls Rider earlier this year, which is probably the best opponent that they played. And they won 20-12, and they ran a kickback for a touchdown. And Ryder missed a point after try. So, they won the special teams battle, hence they won the game. And it was the same story last year against us. So we got to play well. We got to play well in all 3 phases of the game. And if we do that, I think we got a shot.
Lastly, with this being Thanksgiving week, last year Thanksgiving fell during the end of the regular season. You guys, as you mentioned, this playoff game came Christmas week as opposed to Thanksgiving week. When you look back on everything that's gone on, especially with this group of players that you had last year and this year, and with everything that's happened that's made things kind of crazy, when you think about things this week, what are some of the things that you're most thankful for when it comes to this squad?
Oh, man, that's a great question. I think first and foremost, I'm thankful for our seniors that they battled through that COVID year. And we did a lot of things very unorthodox, with practice schedules. And they did everything they had to do just to keep playing football, wear masks while they're at warm-ups and wear masks here and there and do all those different things. And then the other piece of it is the parents that supported us through all of it and trusted our coaching staff and all the sacrifices that parents of high school football players make in this day and age. When you have a program that plays at the level that we do and has the expectations that we have, it takes sacrifice. And it's a whole family thing, because like all these parents this week, they're putting their family plans on hold and not going out of town for Thanksgiving, doing those things so their son can play his role on our team. And, it is what it is, but it means so much because not every kid gets to play a ton, especially this time of year. You get in the playoffs and, we carry about a 60-man roster, and in a tight game, we may only have 30 of them actually get on the field and play quite a bit. So for those parents that have made that sacrifice, even for the kids that are an integral part of the team but don't get to play a whole lot, man, I have such deep gratitude for them, and they're so appreciative to our parents for all that they do as well.
All right, Coach, we appreciate you taking the time as always, and we're looking forward to being out there in Abilene with you on Friday night.
Thanks, Jacob.
That is Grapevine head coach Mike Alexander. We'll be back with more of the First Colleyville Church pregame show. This is Grapevine Mustangs football, presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
Are you tired of only spending time as a family huddled around the TV? Would you like to enjoy some culture with your loved ones without breaking the bank? Then let me introduce you to the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra.
Are you? Am I live or no? It's sundown in Texas, and the Mustangs are herding up.
This is Mustang football. Rustlers and cheerleaders, Billy's in fall. Sundown in Texas.
For Cooper, Kyle Lewis making the return. And the Cooper Pirates will start on offense. They are led by senior quarterback number 12, Holt Gibson. At running back, you will have senior number 5, Judge Thomason, senior number 22, Caleb Stripling. And we also expect to see a decent amount of number 31, Caden Chambers, the junior, as they do like to split the carries. Again, this is a spread-to-run team. Your 3 wide receivers, number 81, junior Braden Lewis, number 11, junior Hayden Brooks, and number 20, junior Cooper Morris. Lining up in a pistol. First snap is a handoff coming over right guard up to the 30, 35, and into the open field to midfield, and on his way into the end zone to the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown Cooper on the first play of the game. It's deja vu. Just like last week, the opposition scores on the opening play of the game, a touchdown run of 75 yards for Cooper by number 5, Judge Thomason.
And just like last week, Josh Logan double-teamed at the point of attack. He's blocked by the center. Then he is cut down by the backside guard on just a power trap play that goes for 6.
Lining up to kick the extra point. The extra point is up and good for the Cooper kicker. That is, as I'm trying to get a number 6, Tegan Van. And the Cooper Pirates, with 23 seconds into the ball game, are up 7-0. That touchdown run for Judge Thomason is his 13th of the season. He came into this game with 1,007 yards rushing on 140 attempts, averaging 7.2 a carry, and that's going to go up after that run. Man, what an opening play. This is just like the start of last week's ball game.
Yeah, it feels like we just hit rewind and went back to Midland from a week ago. So the good thing is for Grapevine, they've been through this before, a little bit of adversity early in the game. Obviously, we know how it turned out last week, so just time for a big answer now from the Grapevine Mustangs.
So that upset we were telling you about is that probably the favorite in Class 5A Division II to win the state championship, the Aledo Bearcats, have been upset this afternoon as South Oak Cliff knocked them off by a final score of 33-28. That game just going down final as the South Oak Cliff Golden Bears got a stop on 4th and 1 on their own 14 with under a minute to go to secure the win.
Good job, SOC. Good job. Proud of you guys.
Cooper Pirates kick things off. It's a little pooch kick towards the Grapevine sideline, and it's going to go out of bounds. So the Mustangs will get to start at their own 30-yard line here on this possession. Coming out on offense for the Grapevine Mustangs, it will be junior quarterback Colt Mercer at quarterback, Caleb Tejada, the senior number 3 at tailback. Your 2 outside wide receivers, senior number 12 Drew Vi, junior number 7 Caden Cook, your slot wide receiver and the leading wide receiver on this football team, number 4 the junior.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Grapevine is elected to take the penalty 5 yards from the out of bounds spot. First down.
Whew. And we'll make some adjustments on our crowd mic there and referee mic, as that was a little hot.
It sounded like the ref was here. here in the booth with us.
So the ball went out of bounds at the 38, and that's where the Mustangs will take over. As I was saying, your tight end / wide receivers, junior number 18, Hank Miller, will get you the studs in just a moment. Tejada gets the handoff. He gets past the line and gets about 2 up to the 40 before he is brought down by number 2, the OU commit, the linebacker, senior Kobe McKenzie, as he sticks Tejada after a 2-yard gain. Your starting offensive line, the studs, number 80, number 53 at left tackle, senior Drake Beckwith, junior Travis Mason at left guard, number 71. And a quick tempo, little throw out to Parker Polk, bubble screen, out to the 45 and near first down yardage. We'll see where they mark this. He's going to get marked a yard short of the first down, so it's a 7-yard gain for Polk, setting up 3rd and 1. The center, 71, the junior, number 73, Cy Owen. Right guard, Dylan Beckwith, the senior, number 55, and at right tackle, junior, number 74, Max Livingston. We'll get to the defensive starters for Cooper here momentarily. 3rd and 1 for the Mustangs. Snap back, handoff, up the middle, first down, into the open field. 45 and inside down to the 42. Nice run right there of about 11 yards as Caleb Tejada took it up the gut and got the first down to move the chains.
Yeah, nice job by the left side of that offensive line to open up that little small crease for Tejada to get through as he leaps over Beckwith on the ground.
1st and 10 at the Cooper 42, the Cooper Pirates. Snap back, handoff, Tejada. He's trying to go over left guard this time and just nowhere to go. They're going to give him a yard on forward progress, but that's about it as that Cooper defensive front stood it up that time. This is a very good Cooper Pirate defensive squad. As we were talking about earlier, 31 turnovers on the season, 25 of those interceptions. 2nd and 9 as the Mustangs run tempo. Snap back, play action, and this time Mercer's looking to throw. It's out to the near far side, and it's incomplete. Trying to hit Caden Cook that time, and it was well defended by number 17, Jeraylin Shaw, the senior starting cornerback, as he was right on Caden Cook as that ball arrived.
Yeah, that's not a bad throw considering the coverage. It was low and away, where only his receiver could catch it. But good defense there on the back end.
So 3rd and long now for the Mustangs. 3rd and 9 at the Pirate 41. Snap back to Mercer. Looking to throw. He fires it, and it's caught. Inside the 35, inside the 25. Drew Vi with the catch. Breaking tackles inside the 15 and inside the 10 before he finally gets brought down. The senior Drew Vi with just an easy little slant catch, and he stepped out of a couple of tackle attempts and got it all the way down to the 8-yard line, again at 23 yards.
Yeah, real nice route. He pushes upfield. He goes inside at about 10 to 12 yards on a nice little dig route. Perfectly timed ball. The ball is thrown on the break. Going to give your receiver a chance for success whenever you can throw it on the break like that.
And now a little personnel change as the Mustangs are going 2 tight ends here on 1st and goal from the 8. Holt comes in motion tight, snap to Tejada, or handoff to Tejada, going over the right side, and not much room there. He's only going to get a yard before he finally gets pushed back. As they brought Leighton Towery as well as Garrett, and Aiden. Yes, it was Garrett Gardner that checked in, along with Leighton Towery as the 2 tight ends here in this goal line formation with the 12 personnel.
Yeah, Travis Mason had pulled around to the right side and ran into the linebacker, Kobe McKenzie.
Snap back to Mercer on 2nd down. Little quick throw out to the right. It's caught and into the end zone for the touchdown. Caden Cook with a little, what I like to call a little Z out, took a step to the inside and back out towards the sideline. Perfect throw by Colt Mercer, and Caden turned it up and stepped into the end zone inside the pylon.
Yeah, we call that a zip route, but absolutely, whatever you want to call it, it works. He fools 2 different defenders on the route. And again, a perfect throw by Colt Mercer as the receiver comes out of the break. The ball's in the air. You can't ask for better throws than what he made on that first drive.
Great answer right there by the Mustangs as they punch it into the end zone on a 7-yard touchdown pass to Caden Cook. The snap is a little low, but it's corralled. The kick is up, and the kick by J.D. Rice is good. There is 8:55 to go here in the first quarter. It's 7-all between Grapevine and Cooper. You're listening to Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
Hey, North Texas, come on by Bottle Cap Alley in Grapevine. We're newly renovated and now a full-service restaurant. Bottle Cap offers all your favorites like hand-breaded catfish and savory brisket nachos. Or sink your teeth into a juicy certified Angus beef burger. You're sure to find what you like at Bottle Cap Alley. Our hearts are warm and our drinks are cold, so whether you're here to watch the game or just popping in for a quick bite, we're always happy to see you. Bottle Cap Alley on Highway 114 and 26.
Hey folks, it's Dorian Menace, General Sales Manager of Classic Chevrolet in Grapevine, Texas. We know you like things easy. That's why we created the Classic Chevrolet Easy Pass. Save time online and purchase with the Easy Pass. It's easy. Find your vehicle, value your trade, set your terms, and even get approved for financing. Relax. Enjoy the difference with the Easy Pass.
With approved credit, find new roads.
This time, J.D. Rice handles the kickoff duties, and it goes over the head of the return men and lands about 3 yards deep into the end zone, and the Cooper Pirates will take over on their own 25-yard line. By the way, that touchdown run, the first play of the game by Judge Thomason, was officially 73 yards, not 75, just for those scoring at home. And but regardless, it was a 73-yard one-play drive. The Mustangs, on the other hand, went 62 yards on their opening drive here and punched it into the end zone, and we're all tied up at 7. 1st and 10 for the Pirates. They're lined up in a tight formation, snap back. It's going to be a pass. It's over the middle. It's caught up to the 35 and up to about the 38, 39-yard line before being brought down. That was number 20, Cooper Morris, the junior wide receiver, on a little quick throw on 1st down. And now the Cooper Pirates are running tempo. We're going to give you the Grapevine defensive starters as soon as we get the opportunity here. 1st and 10 for the Pirates. Up front, number 48, junior Tristan Sneed at the big nose tackle, number 50, senior Josh Logan, and Aiden Cassidy, the senior, number 41, at the other defensive end. 1st and 10, snap back. It's a handoff to Thompson. Going over the outside on the left side, up to midfield, and he finally is getting brought down at about the 49-yard line. As coming up to make the tackle was number 33, Tyler Mears. They do mark it at the midfield stripe. It's a 12-yard gain for Thomason and a 1st down.
Leighton Towery really made a nice impactful play to get into the backfield, but just got the old stiff arm there and not able to make the tackle.
Your 3 linebackers, the sophomore Leighton Towery at the middle linebacker. The weak side is number 33, Tyler Mears, the junior, and Latham Way, the junior, number 11, at the strong side. Snap back, handoff again to Thomason. He again bounces it outside, dodging a tackle attempt, and he's finally brought down by Latham Way, but not before he gets about 7 yards to the Grapevine 43. This young Thomason kid showing some quickness and some nice cutting ability, bouncing those last couple of runs to the outside.
Yeah, they're just showing power and leaning on that defensive line, which we haven't seen done to Grapevine this year.
2nd and 3 now at the Grapevine 43. Grapevine jumps and gets back, and now they got a bit of a signal change here for Cooper. As they step back, 2 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Snap back, handoff to Thomason. Again, going off left tackle, again breaking a tackle and getting into the 2nd level down to the 32. It's going to be about an 11-yard gain for Judge Thomason as he broke 2 tackles as he went over left tackle that time.
Yeah, I think Grapevine might want to start bringing some extra guys down into the box at this point. Doesn't look like they're going to make a concentrated effort to throw the ball. We knew that coming in. They're going to throw here and there.
This is a run first football team that the Cooper Pirates have. 1st and 10 at the Grapevine 32 as Judge Thomason. It's been the Judge Thomason show. Snap back, handoff to Thompson, going over right tackle this time. Now he cuts back to the inside. A flag comes flying in from way downfield into where the scrum happened. It's only a gain of about 2 yards down to the 30, but let's see what the penalty flag is here, as the back judge threw one about 25 yards.
Yeah, and Grapevine gave a little bit of a different look that time. They had 5 men there at the line of scrimmage. Still 2 safeties deep, just in case.
Personal foul. Illegal block below the waist. Offense number 61. 15-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
So that time, an illegal chop block that time against the Cooper Pirates. That'll back it up 15 yards and make it 1st and 25 back at the, well, check that. I guess it was a downfield block, so they marked it from the spot of the foul at the 29-yard line, so they're going to back it up to the 44-yard line. And that's going to make it 1st and about 22 here. That sounds right. My math is correct. So 1st and 22. Trips left, no receivers on the right side. Snap back, hand off to Thomason.
going up the middle, and he just gets stuffed that time. A multitude of Grapevine defenders that time met Thomason in the hole, led by Leighton Towery, number 19, and Latham Way, number 11. They were ready for Thomason that time and stuffed him for no gain.
Trying to fool Grapevine by formation to have everyone over to the left and run off the right side. Grapevine not fooled, playing good responsibility football on that play.
This time, they're going to go 4 wides, 3 receivers to the right, single receiver left. Snap back, dropping back to pass. Pass deep down the middle of the field, and that pass is going to be intercepted. Cameron Wagner on the pick. He's returning it up to the 20, the 25, and he's finally brought down, but we have a flag back where the pass was intercepted. Now another late flag after the play. So we're going to have a couple of things to figure out here. A deep throw that time by number 12, Holt Gibson, and he threw that into triple coverage, and Cameron Wagner made him pay for it. The tackle was at the 25-yard line after the pick by Wagner. We had a flag come out just as Wagner started to return the ball, and then another one came in after the play. So let's see what the calls are here. It's going to be Grapevine ball. It's just a question of where.
Absolutely terrible decision by Holt Gibson, who, by the way, is coming here to Abilene Christian to play some baseball. But
and Holt Gibson, that's only his 4th interception on the season.
4th interception. Grapevine sitting in a man-2 defense, so they're not scared of the receivers. They're playing man up with 2 safeties deep, and he threw it into the gauntlet with the 2 safeties sitting back.
And now we're about to get the call. Well, they're explaining things to one coach, and they explained it to Coach Darden on the Cooper sideline, and now they're going over to tell Coach Alexander what the calls are.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by Grapevine.
Oh, lovely.
During the return, illegal block in the back, number 20 of the return team. After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, return team number 27. Both of those penalties will be enforced, first down.
Well, I didn't see what the unsportsmanlike was on Drew Nelson. Didn't see exactly what he did there to draw that foul. But the illegal block in the back was on Jackson Yarbrough, number 20, back where the interception happened. So
which is strange to me because when the ball goes up, it gets intercepted. Yarbrough didn't know the ball had been intercepted and effectively made a tackle on a guy who he thought at least that's what it looks like up here. He makes the tackle as opposed to a block in the back, but that's what the ref saw.
So I'm assuming what they'll do is they'll assess both of these penalties half the distance to the goal, and Grapevine's going to probably be starting inside their own 5 here.
Correction, the foul on the return team on number 20 was a personal foul face mask. That penalty will be enforced from the spot of the foul.
Okay, so change that. Yarbrough called for a face mask.
That changes things.
All right, so after they enforce the penalties, it looks like they're going to mark the ball at the, let's see where they're marking this. They're marking it at the 3-yard line after the penalties are enforced. So after the turnover, the interception by Cameron Wagner, the Mustangs will have the ball at their own 3-yard line with 5:50 to go here in the first quarter.
This is about the spot on the field where we saw the trick play last week.
We saw the fourth down stop. A couple of plays later, we saw a flea flicker. Snap back, hand off to Tejada. Gets across the, and the ball's on the ground. Fumble, and the ball's still down, and Lubbock Cooper recovers it. Cooper jumps on top of the football. It was recovered by the free safety, number 24, Carson Bradshaw, the junior. Tejada was across the line, was going to get probably at least a 5-yard gain, if not more, and the ball just got punched out as he was starting to try to get to the second level right there. And it bounced around and was jumped on by the Cooper Pirates, and they'll take over at the Grapevine 16-yard line, 1st and 10.
Looks like one of the defenders just got his helmet right in on the football. Tejada was still looking for that little crease to get into the secondary. And
I think that's the first time we've seen Tejada fumble all season.
Haven't seen him fumble yet.
So 1st and 10 for Cooper at the Grapevine 16 after the turnover. Snap back, hand off to Thomason. He bounces it out, breaking tackles, and finally gets brought down. Nice open field tackle by Latham Way. Tell you what, you might want to try and take Thomason up high because he's stepping out of these ankle tackle attempts. But a great job by Latham Way to drop him at the 13 after only a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, it seems like he's breaking 2 or 3 tackles every time he touches the ball.
He is a very elusive runner, at least here early on. 2nd and 7 now, as we had back-to-back turnovers in this ball game here. 2nd and 7, snap back, play action, a roll right by Holt. He passes it over the middle into the end zone, and it's caught for the touchdown. Nice throwback that time by the quarterback, Holt Gibson, and he found his receiver in the back of the end zone, throwing across his body, as that time it was number 20, Cooper Morris, the junior, making the grab, and the Pirates have the lead back.
Yeah, really nice play design. They play action fake, they boot to the right. Very unusual. You see the quarterback, especially at the high school level, boot right and throw left, but the receiver just got lost in the back of the end zone there.
The extra point is up, and it is good. So 5:04 to go here in the first quarter. The Pirates have retaken the lead. It's 14-7 Cooper. You're listening to Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
At First Colleyville, we believe that church is a place where anyone can find connection, purpose, hope, and community. From an engaging kids ministry to a high-energy student ministry, and from compelling weekend experiences to in-depth adult ministry studies, our goal is to lead every generation to know and follow Jesus. If you're looking for a church home, we would love to invite you to check out all we have going on. For service times and directions, visit firstcolleyville.com, and we will see you this weekend.
The world of banking is like the world of sports. There are winning teams and losing teams. I bank with Prosperity Bank because it's a winning team. It's a team of real bankers who know how to make loans. And they're interested in making you a loan right now. That's a surefire win-win. Prosperity Bank is the big bank with your community bank inside, where you find real bankers, not just a bank. ProsperityBankUSA.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender. This ad is not a commitment to lend.
The Pirates line up to kick it away from the 40-yard line. They boot a pooch kick this time to the near side. It's caught at the 29 by Drew Vi. He goes up the middle, breaks a tackle up to the 40, still going to the 45. And nice return by Drew Vi on the pooch kick. Cut towards the middle of the field and then up the field where the blocking was, and got that ball all the way out to the 47-yard line for a return of 18 yards.
Grapevine's kick return team has been good at that all season long. We know people don't want to kick to number 4, Parker Pope, so
can you blame
they give you these pooch kicks, and the Grapevine players have been very, very good at getting to that seam and getting upfield for a few extra yards.
The touchdown by Cooper Morris was his 3rd of the season. It was the 14th touchdown pass for Holt Gibson on the year, and that was the 32nd turnover this Pirate defense has forced. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at their own 47. Snap back handoff to Tejada. Nowhere to go. They're going to give him a yard on forward progress, but just a good job clogging up the middle that time, as the main defender in on the tackle was the junior defensive end, number 65, Landon Doris, as he crashed down and made the stop. 2nd and 9 for Grapevine at their own 48-yard line. 4.5 minutes to go here in the first. Play action. Colt Mercer rolling to his right, looking, and now he's going to tuck it and run, and he's going to get stopped behind the line of scrimmage for the loss of about a yard. That is just great pursuit that time by Kobe McKenzie, the Oklahoma commit, number 2, as Mercer looked like he was going to get the corner, but McKenzie just accelerated and met him at the line of scrimmage.
You could certainly see why he's going to Oklahoma. Wow, it looked like he was going to get the corner, like you said, and he just closed on that so quickly.
3rd and 10 now. Mercer drops back to pass. It's a little screen pass. It's caught by Tejada at midfield and in down to the 46 or so yard line before being brought down out of bounds. It's going to be a gain of 7 yards at the 46, so we'll see. Grapevine may leave the offense on the field here and go for it. Probably not as much, obviously not as much yardage as they wanted on that delayed screen to Tejada, but it got it close enough to make this a doable 4th down.
Yeah, although Colt Mercer is taking a couple steps back, will we look at him to quick kick this perhaps?
It is possible. We'll see what he does. Right now he is taking about an 8-yard drop, so this may be the quick kick. Snap back, and that is what he's going to do. He's going to pooch kick this inside the 5, and it's going to hit and roll into the end zone. So got a little more on that than he probably wanted. And the Cooper Pirates will take over at their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Thank you to Ryan Emerson and Energy Addict.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com.
46-yard line. You know, makeable fourth down there, but I guess right now, early on, he wants to play field position.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the run game has really been able to produce much so far, so maybe that's the thought process.
Snap back on first down, handoff to Thomason up the middle. He gets met by Latham Wade just past the line and gets brought down right now after about a 2-yard gain. As soon as Latham Wade hit him, the momentum stopped immediately, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You get the feeling that this is a big series for this Grapevine defense, almost a must-stop situation.
The secondary starters for the Mustangs, number 21, Adrian White at the field corner. The boundary corners, number 29, Savion Shockley. Your rover, number 6, senior Cameron Wagner, who already has an interception. The freak is number 20, Jackson Yarbrough. Snap back on second down. The pass over the middle caught. First down up at the 30, 33, 35-yard line. As that time, that was just a little release over the middle inside the hash marks by the man who caught the touchdown pass. That was, once again, number 20, Cooper Morris. He's caught a couple of those now where he's just kind of leaked out right over the middle, and that time he got all the way out to the 36-yard line for a gain of 14. Trips right, two of those receivers are in a stack set on the right side, and a single receiver left here on first down as the Pirates are at their own 36 now. Snap back, handoff to Thomason up the middle to the 40, and getting to about the 43 before Latham Wade brings him down from behind. Latham Wade has been very active here in this first quarter. That time Thomason, though, solid gain, 7 yards out to the 43.
Yeah, this Lubbock Cooper offensive line is really putting in work currently. Of course, they're double teaming Josh Logan on every single play. Josh hasn't even been in on a tackle yet.
Well, I mean, if there's one guy you got to get blocked on this Grapevine defensive line, it is Josh Logan. Snap back on second down. Holt looking to pass over the middle. The pass is caught inside the 30, dragging a tackler. Jackson Yarbrough finally brings down the big tight end, number 8, Brady Barnett, the senior, as Yarbrough was just hanging on for dear life and finally brought him down at the 17-yard line of Grapevine. A huge pass play right there after the pass by Holt Gibson.
Just a perfect throw right over the middle of the field into the void. Not like the last time when he threw into the triple coverage.
That's a 40-yard gain there on second down. Snap back, handoff to Thomason, and he's got the balls on the ground. He's been stripped, but Cooper's going to fall on it. He got hit behind the line, did Thomason. The ball popped out before he hit the ground, but Johnny on the spot that time, it looked like number 68, Coulter Lynch, the junior right guard, who jumped on it and saved the possession for Cooper.
And that ball seemed to be on the ground forever. Grapevine reaching for the ball, just couldn't quite get to it. It's a great job to cause the fumble. Too bad they couldn't jump on it.
And that's a loss of 9 on the play, so it's 2nd and 19 back at the 26-yard line. Boy, almost a huge play there for Grapevine. Receiver coming in motion from right to left, snap back, play action. They're going to throw it back to the right. It's caught, but nice job reading that play as Savion Shockley came up and made the tackle on a great read. The ball that time was caught by, I believe that was number 20. Check that. Let me get the number over there. That was number 11, I believe. Hayden Brooks, the junior. He came in motion behind the quarterback and then went back out into the left flat, and they threw it to him on a play action.
Yeah, they showed all the action right. Really nice play design, but great read recognition by Grapevine to come up with that big tackle.
It was a gain of 3, 3rd and 16 now at the Grapevine 23. Receiver comes in motion to set up a trips left, play action. They're looking that way. The pass is going towards the end zone, and it's out of bounds. Great coverage that time, as I believe that was
27.
Yeah, that was Drew Nelson on the coverage that time, as once again they were trying to hit number 11, Hayden Brooks, up the sideline out of that trips formation, but Grapevine was all over it, and the pass sailed out of bounds over the head of everybody, and that's going to set up a field goal attempt here for the Pirates. It's going to be a 41-yard attempt, as coming out to try the kick is Tegan Van, the sophomore, number 6. Snap is down. The kick is up. It's on the way. It's got distance. Is it going to make it? It is no good. Wow, that really looked like it had the distance, but it just died on the way to the end zone, it had a lot of backspin, like maybe he got under it too much, and that ball just died halfway there and fell short on a 41-yard attempt.
Well, it's a little windy down there.
Yeah, he was
He was kicking into the wind. We're looking at the flags.
We are looking at the flags now, and
leg.
it's a decent wind blowing into the face of Tegan Van there, and the wind
north wind, and he was trying to kick it to the south end zone.
The wind just knocked that down.
No,
and
sir.
So the Mustangs, after giving up the big pass play and getting the ball, having Cooper in their red zone again, get the stop and take over at their own 23-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Snap back to Mercer. Hand off to Tejada. Goes up the middle and just not much room. It's going to be no gain. He got stopped at the line of scrimmage. This defensive line of defensive end number 1, Kyler Jordan, the Baylor commit, the senior. The defensive tackle, Ty Polite, the junior, number 51, number 90, Timothy Haynes, the sophomore at nose, and Landon Doris, the junior, number 65, at the other defensive end, are doing really good work right now against the Grapevine running attack.
They are. The running game just doesn't quite seem to be there now. They've taken Kyler Jordan and moved him into D-tackle. He's moved inside now.
2nd and 10, snap back to Mercer. He's looking to throw. Not finding anybody now, rolling to his right, still looking. He fires it. It's caught. Nice catch there, up to the 30, the 28, maybe 29-yard line. On the grab that time, it looks like it was number 18, the tight end, Hank Miller, making the grab. It's a gain of 6 yards out to the 29, setting up 3rd and 4.
What stands out is the size and the speed of the Lubbock Cooper defense. They just seem to be everywhere. Even when you get the ball out, perfect, there's a defender there instantly.
So 3rd and 4 for the Mustangs at their own 29-yard line. They're going to go 4 wide this time, 2 to each side. Now Parker Polk comes in motion, snap back. Mercer looking to throw, fires it. The pass is caught, 1st down.
Big time throw.
And a late flag. We may get a roughing the passer call as he took a shot after he released that. Caden Cook made a nice grab at the 35 for a 1st down on a curl route and a bullet throw from Colt Mercer.
Colt Mercer stood in there, took a big hit from Kyler Jordan to the face. After he threw the ball, he knew he was going to get hit. Got to give him a lot of credit for standing in there and delivering that ball.
Yeah, so this may be a roughing the passer penalty here. The ball was out to the 35.
Personal foul. Defense, number 1, non-flagrant targeting. 15 yards from the end of the run, automatic 1st down.
What do you call
that
it?
is number 1's first non-flagrant targeting of the expedition.
So by calling that a non-flagrant targeting, meaning a helmet-to-helmet shot,
there will be 1 untimed down.
If he gets another one, he'll be ejected from the ball game, as we're trying to balance crowd and referee here on the same channel here.
It's interesting that they called it non-flagrant, so he could continue to play in the ball
Well,
game.
but you only get 2 of those. If you get a second one, you do get ejected. So the 15-yard penalty moves it to the Cooper 49-yard line, and that was the last play of the quarter, but because of the penalty, we're going to get 1 untimed down here for Grapevine. 1st and 10 as they stopped the clock. Oh, the flag is still back around the 23-yard line. The referee forgot to pick up his flag, so had to go back and get it. So now we'll have an untimed down here on 1st and 10 for Grapevine at the Cooper 49. Snap back to Mercer, play action. He's looking to throw. He's going to fire it deep. He's looking down the field, and the pass is incomplete. That was great coverage that time. C.J. Holmes went up and tried to bring that ball down, but give credit to the defense that there is. Senior cornerback number 17, Jeraylin Shaw, was right there with C.J. Holmes.
You know, I'm a little surprised. It was 1st down. Lubbock Cooper.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com.
Here to see if they could get one here before the quarter ended. That is the end of the 1st quarter. The Lubbock Cooper Pirates lead the Grapevine Mustangs by a score of 14-7. This is Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores, 2 points for team middle management.
The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball, let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Back here for the start of the 2nd quarter, the Mustangs had the ball at the Cooper 49-yard line. It is 2nd and 10 as the Pirates lead the Mustangs 14-7. Jacob Dedamore here with Tim Smith. We're on the campus of Abilene Christian University today. Snap is back to Mercer. The handoff is to Victor De La Garza, who checked in at tailback. He just kind of burrowed his shoulders up the middle and tried to get it what he could. Only got 2 yards, though, to the 47 before he got brought down by that Cooper defense.
Yeah, there's our thunder and lightning. Not much thunder there, just a couple of yards. Now you're in 3rd and long. Colt Mercer, he's going to have to complete another one.
3rd and 8 from the Cooper 47-yard line. Trips left, single receiver to the right. Snap back. Mercer looking to throw. Here comes the blitz. He gets rid of it. The pass is caught by Tejada. He turns upfield to the 45, and a nice open field tackle that time. Coming up to make the stick was number 14, Keon Peepcorn, the junior reserve cornerback. He came up and made an open field tackle on Tejada that most people don't make.
Yeah, we just don't see that.
No.
Tejada being taken down in the open field by one man. I think even he was surprised.
I think he definitely was. It was a 6-yard gain down to the 41, makes it 4th and 2, and I think this time
Clearly
the Mustangs are going to go for it.
Yes, sir.
4th and 2 at the Cooper 41-yard line. Shotgun snap back, play action. Mercer rolling to his right. He drops it off to Tejada. The pass is caught. He breaks the tackle and gets the first down. That time Tejada got hit at the 40, and if he'd have gone down, he'd have been short of the first down. He just leaked out into the flat. He broke that tackle and kept the legs churning and got the first down by right at the sticks, basically.
He just got the first down.
Yeah.
You're right. It was that
I thought that little bit of a poor spot. I thought he got that down to about the 38, but it's a first down nonetheless.
Nice play. Nice play. You kind of expect them to run the ball there. A little play action boot.
Play action, and he goes right out to the flat to be able to catch the pass. Snap back, Mercer. Play action again, looking downfield. He's firing, and that's over the head of everybody. I don't know if he thought Parker was going to take that route up the field. He was looking for Parker Polk, but Parker Polk, as he went up, kind of turned towards the sideline and flattened that route out, and it looked like Mercer thought he was going to keep going.
And smart by Parker because he had 2 people covering him there. He was bracketed. If the ball's thrown on a line like a 10-yard out, that's a completion. That's a completion. That's just a miscommunication.
2nd and 10 now at the 39-yard line. 2 receivers right, single receiver left. Mercer again looking to throw. He fires it out. It's caught and immediately dropped down. It's going to be no gain as that time the tight end, Hank Miller, made the grab, but coming up and making the stick immediately was the strong safety, the senior, number 23, Kyle Lewis, the only returning member of this secondary for the Pirates.
He had Drew Vye running a little kind of deep slant behind that. I thought that's where he was going to go with that. See if he doesn't come back to it.
3rd and 10 now for the Mustangs. Mercer dropping back, and he misses Parker Polk over the middle. He had Parker Polk coming underneath the coverage, would have been a first down, but the pass sailed over the head and incomplete. Again, he had him open, but the throw just sailed on him.
He did, and I think that's the Kobe McKenzie effect there, the OU commit. He dropped back into that coverage. He had to get the ball over him, which he did, but it caused him to throw the ball a little bit too high for Parker.
That's going to set up a punting situation. Mercer's staying on. He's dropping back to midfield. He'll take this and pooch it. This time he kicks it low, and it's going to be a much better punt this time. Rolls inside the 10, and it's going to die at the 6-yard line. Great job that time by Colt Mercer. They're going to officially mark it at the 7, but only 32 yards, but that's exactly what he wanted as he pins the Pirates inside their own 10-yard line.
Yeah, now you got the stop before, and now you need another one to keep this game where it is at a competitive
shines on local students making their mark.
We grind as brothers, and we won as brothers today.
We just have each other's backs no matter what.
See what it takes to be the best in class. High School Spotlight, Sunday on Valley Sports Southwest.
Residential, multifamily, commercial, storm restoration, they do it all, and they have a ton of lifelong customers. Find out why and get a free quote by visiting greenleaf-roofing.com. 1st and 10, snap back, handoff to Thomason, coming around left end, getting strung out wide. He's going to get the corner a little bit and get to the 10-yard line before Latham Way forces him out. And they give him forward progress to the 11. That's a little generous, but it's a 4-yard gain on first down for Thomason.
Yeah, there's a nice little patient run by him to get to the outside, and I like how Grapevine is using that speed to string that all the way out to the sideline and get him out of bounds for a short gain.
Tell you what, good job by Thomason, though. He got enough of the corner to make it a solid first down gain. 2nd and 6 now at the 11. Pistol formation this time. Now Thomason cheats up to the right side of the quarterback. Snap back, handoff to Thomason. Going over left guard this time and gets brought down. Nice open field tackle that time. As coming up, it was Drew Nelson, number 27, to bring down Judge Thomason after only a gain of 2.
Big time tackle there on the corner.
Great job by Nelson on that play. It's going to set up a 3rd and 4 now. See where they're trying to get everything set here, and there it is at the 13-yard line, 3rd and 4. 1 receiver to each side, and this is going to be a free play, and actually they're going to blow it dead. Christian Watson jumped off sides and made contact, so that'll give the Pirates a 1st down. Out to
offsides with contact. Defense number 50. 5-yard penalty. The result of the play is going to be a 1st down.
That'll move the ball out to the 18-yard line, 1st and 10. As Christian Watson was trying to get a jump on the snap there and just got a little anxious.
Yeah, I can't afford those 3rd down penalties like that to give away 1st downs.
So the Pirates 1st and 10 now. They're going to go 2 receivers to the right, single receiver left. Tight end comes in motion from the right to the left. Snap back, handoff, going up the middle and just not much room. He's a nice run that time to get a couple of yards out of it to the 20-yard line by the running back, number 31, Caden Chambers. He's 3rd on this team in yardage, Caden Chambers is, but he's 2nd on the team in carries. And he kind of more of the power back, looks like. Nice job by Chambers just to get, they actually gave him the ball all the way out to the 21 on forward progress for a gain of 3, but Grapevine had that run pretty well checked out.
Yeah, Leighton Towery made a great read there and stayed disciplined in his area to make the play.
2nd and 7 now for the Pirates. Snap back, looking to throw, pass over the middle, and that is going to be caught up at the 30-yard line and just moving the pile forward out to the 34-yard line. Once again, number 20, Cooper Morris, who's having a big 1st half, mostly just finding spots in the middle of the defense, in the middle of the Grapevine zone coverage. He makes this grab for a 13-yard gain out to the 34.
Yeah, he's just making himself available to the quarterback, just finding the little holes.
1st and 10, snap back, handoff going over right side, up across the 35 out to the 39. That's going to be a 5-yard gain for Caden Chambers. Cooper Moore is having a very nice 1st half here for the Cooper Pirates, as the Pirates started this possession at their own 7-yard line, and they are just kind of methodically moving the ball. Just under 7.5 minutes to go here in the 1st half, as the Pirates lead the Mustangs by a score of 14-7. Again, this is the regional semifinal in Region 1 of 5A Division II. Trips right this time, no receivers on the left side. Shotgun snap back, handoff up the middle, across the 40, and just driving the pile forward. Boy, that is some power right there by number 31, Caden Chambers, as he just moved the scrum about an extra 3 or 4 yards all the way out to the 48-yard line.
This is some domination up front that we're seeing from Lubbock Cooper currently on this particular drive.
That was impressive running right there by Chambers, number 31.
You see, even though that they're in a no-huddle offense, Lubbock is really taking their time.
Yeah, they're not running tempo, but they are staying in they're not doing much substituting. 1st and 10 at the Pirate 48, snap back. Hand off again to Chambers. He's going off right tackle, gets the corner around the right side across midfield, and a nice tackle that time by Jackson Yarbrough. Just as he crossed midfield, he brought him down after a 3-yard gain at the Grapevine 39-yard line.
Yeah, so far they haven't had Lubbock a lot of yards running, trying to get to the outside corner. They've had 1 or 2, but most of their yards have come from running up the middle because of the speed of Grapevine linebackers.
2nd and 7 now for the Pirates at the Mustang 49. Pistol formation, snap back, play action. Looking to throw down the deep middle, and that pass is going to be just out of the reach of the intended wide receiver that time. It was number 11, Hayden Brooks, the junior, that Holt Gibson was trying to find. The coverage was very solid that time, as that was number 21, Adrian White, on the coverage.
Yeah, we're talking about a drag wheel route where number 11 drags from the left all the way to the right, then wheels up the sideline. They had a lot of time back there to throw that pass with great coverage when you consider how long that route actually was.
Yeah, Holt Gibson had time to wait for that one to develop. The pressure was not coming that time. 3rd and 7 now for the Pirates. Snap back. Gibson looking downfield. And this time he's getting flushed. He's going to roll to his right, flag down. The pass is going to be caught inside the 40, inside the 35, inside the 30. It's Judge Thomason, the tailback, inside the 25 before finally being brought down at about the 23-yard line. We'll see what the penalty here is.
Holding. Offense number 70. 10 yards from the previous spot. Remains 3rd down.
That is usually where you see a holding penalty. Number 70, Holton Hendricks, the right tackle, the sophomore, gets flagged for the hold. So wipe out that huge gain by Judge Thomason and bring it back, and it's going to make it 3rd and long.
It's so hard for those offensive linemen when the running backs, or the quarterback rather, starts to get outside the pocket.
Yep.
And then the defenders start to chase.
Try to chase and pull
your
away.
Your natural tendency is to reach out to grab that guy, and that's exactly what happens. And bring that play all the way back.
That was a 26-yard gain that got wiped out. 3rd and 17 now for the Pirates. They're going to go 4 wide here, 2 to each side. Snap back. Gibson looking to throw. He's looking at the near side. The pass is going to be caught, and then a nice tackle right at the spot where the ball is caught by Adrian White, as Cooper Morris, who's been the favorite target here of Holt Gibson in the first half, makes the grab, but it's about 6 yards, 7 yards. 6 yards is correct, short of the first down.
Obviously, Grapevine in just a deep coverage look. Let him run his curl route, come up and make the strong tackle. If he doesn't make that tackle, look out. But Grapevine's usually a sure tackling team. We've seen a few missed tackles tonight, but great job on the perimeter there.
Kyle Lewis, the senior, number 23, he's one of the safeties on this team. He's the punter for the Pirates. He's at the 40-yard line, at his own 40, waiting for this snap. Parker Polk back to receive it. It's a line drive, end-over-end kick. It's going to hit inside the 5 and roll just inside the pylon for a touchback. So a fortunate roll for Grapevine right there, as that was an angled coffin corner attempt by Lewis, and he just couldn't quite make it.
Yeah, now you have 4:38, more than enough time. We've seen Grapevine how fast they can move. It's time to mount the drive here and tie this game up before the half.
All 3 timeouts, plenty of time here with 4.5 minutes. But, yeah, they need to get the offense going and get down there at least in position to try a field goal, do something to get to kind of break the stalemate here we've had since midway through the first quarter.
It's been tough.
Again, the Pirates opened the game with a 73-yard touchdown run by Judge Thomason. Grapevine answered right back with a touchdown drive of their own. 1st and 10 at the 20. Snap back. Tejada takes the handoff, going up the middle, and the pile moving forward a little bit, but not much. Only about 2 yards for Tejada. They're just not finding much room up the middle against this Lubbock Cooper defensive front. Might be time to try and attack the corners a little bit more, see if they have more success there.
The game within the game, I'm watching here, Beckwith taking on McKenzie. We'll see that for the next 4 years. It's pretty fun to watch them go at it. On that
2nd and 8
play.
now. Parker Polk coming in motion behind Mercer. This time Tejada takes the handoff, finds a little bit of room over right guard as he's going to get about 5 yards out to the 27 before he is brought down by number 16, the weak safety, senior Tony Cabello.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen a lot of big creases, right? So you get a little bit of a crease there, and you get a couple of yards. Lubbock Cooper doing an excellent job here early on against the run.
3rd and 3 now for the Mustangs. 2 receivers, they're going to go twins left here with a 2 tight end formation as Towery and Gardner are in, and now flags come flying. May have a false start. They brought in the 2 tight end set with Towery and
False
Gardner.
start. Offense number 73. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
And they called the false start on Sio, and the center must have moved the ball a little bit.
Well, Kyler Jordan, number 1 for Lubbock Cooper, he lines up at linebacker. Then all of a sudden he comes down. He's moved. The D end is now moved into tackle, and it just made that right guard just a little nervous. It looked like, and made him step just a little early. A lot of movement up front for Lubbock Cooper.
So that backs it up to the 22, makes it 3rd and 8. Completely changes the play call here. Mercer drops back. He's getting flushed. He's getting chased, and he's going to get sacked. As that time, number 1, the defensive end, the Baylor commit, the Kyler Jordan, the senior, beat the block, came inside, and made the sack on Colt Mercer.
Once again, he lines up at linebacker. We've been seeing this over the last couple series, and he just comes on a straight blitz over Beckwith. Unfortunately, that time it was good on good, and he just
drove
made a
Dylan
better
Beckwith
play.
back, just knocked him backwards, and then broke inside and
sure
chased
did.
down Colt Mercer all the way back at the 10-yard line. A loss of 12, and punting formation now
speed and strength at the same time on display.
J.D. Rice is actually going to punt this one. Snap is back. He gets it away. It's a high kick into this wind, and it's going to hit the turf and then roll into Cooper territory down to the 44. Nice punt that time of 46 yards by J.D. Rice. I'm kind of surprised that Kyle Lewis let that hit. I mean, the wind was kind of holding it up. Surprised he didn't make a fair catch there. Ended up losing about 8 yards of field position.
Yeah, I thought he was lined up a little shallow anyway. Maybe he didn't understand that J.D. can kick the laces off the ball. Of course, he's kicking into the wind, so
right.
That's going to make it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, I mean, it looked
he just
like
didn't read it very
well.
well.
It looked like he was in position to make a fair catch and just let it bounce.
Yeah.
But it's still solid field position here for the Pirates as they take over at their own 44 with 2:27 to go here in the first half. Again, they lead 14-7 in what is the last quarter or so has been a defensive battle. And the snap goes through the hands of the quarterback, Gibson, and he just falls on it. The snap wasn't bad. It just maybe Gibson took his eyes off it. It just went right through his hands and back inside the 35. Luckily, he was able to get back there and just fall on it before Grapevine defenders could get to him. But it's a loss of 11 yards.
Yeah, right through his hands. Maybe he had some popcorn there while he was taking a break. His hands got a little greasy as the ball went right through.
He started to try and read the defense before he secured the snap. So 2nd and 21 now, back at the 33. 4 wide set. Tight end comes in motion from the right to the left. Snap back. Play action to Thomason. Gibson looking to throw. Now he's getting flushed, rolling to his left. Lobs it over the middle, and it's intercepted. Drew Nelson makes the diving pick. We'll see where they mark it. They're going to mark it at the 49-yard line of Grapevine. Drew Nelson made a diving interception as that time Holt Gibson was trying to lob it over the defense and hit his tight end, number 8, Brady Barnett, and he just put too much air under it. It went over Barnett, and a great catch by Nelson.
Ill-advised throw. It's hard enough to roll left and throw left as a righty. He tried to put a little air on it, try to get some touch on it, and that's when the ball will get away from you. Especially throwing with the wind behind you. I think that helps. And now Grapevine has an opportunity to get this game tied up before they go into the locker room.
Second interception of the ball game for the Grapevine secondary. This time, as opposed to it being back inside their own 10, they're starting near midfield at their own 49-yard line with 1:40 to go. Snap back on first down. Little bubble screen to Parker Polk. Makes the catch, steps inside, and gets down into Cooper territory at about the 46-yard line. Gain of 5, sets up second down as they line up quickly. Grapevine has all 3 timeouts, so they can do whatever they want here. 2nd and 5 at the 46. Snap back to Mercer. Hand off to Tejada. Bounces it out, cuts up, and gets down near first down yardage. Looks like he's going to go down right at the marker at the 41 to move the chains. And now a timeout is going to be called by head coach Mike Alexander.
Timeout.
First of the half for the Mustangs, and we'll take it with them.
That is their first time out of the half.
14-7 Cooper with 1:15 to go in the first half. This is Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
Hey, Mustang fans, have you been meaning to get to the dentist and it just keeps getting pushed back to the list for tomorrow? Well, today, let me introduce you to Dr. Chip Mercer in Fielder Park Dental, where they're creating and restoring beautiful smiles. They're a full-service dental office that provides everything from your basic dental cleanings to more advanced care like implants and Invisalign orthodontics. Online at fielderparkdental.com or call 817-275-4817 for an appointment. Conveniently located in North Arlington, Dr. Mercer's a proud Mustang dad. Fielderparkdental.com or call 817-275-4817.
At Academy Sports and Outdoors, we love the sounds of the great outdoors. And that's why we make it easier than ever for you to gear up and have fun out there. Order at academy.com and get free shipping or free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store. Plus, get free assembly on most bikes and grills for all the ways you love to play. Make shopping easy with Academy Sports and Outdoors. Free assembly applies to in-store purchases only. Free shipping applies to most orders over $25.
After the timeout, the Mustangs come back out on the field. They take over 1st and 10 at the Pirate 41-yard line. Polk goes in motion from the left to the right, or right to the left, I should say. Snap back. Mercer looking to throw. He's getting pressured. He gets away and keeps the play alive, rolling to his left now, looking for a receiver. He fires the pass, and it is intercepted. And now the ball's on the ground. It is going to be an... Is it? Well, no, they're going to say incomplete. little bit of fortune there for the Mustangs. The pass looked like it was intercepted, then got knocked away by Caden Cook, the wide receiver, as Mercer tried to fit one in where he really didn't have room to put it.
Well, it was a great job by Mercer to get out of trouble.
Yes.
Right, he breaks the tackle of the big D1 Baylor commit and able to get out to the left side. I thought maybe he should have just ran for it. He tries to make a play, but
tried to throw it under his body, and the DB cut under Caden Cook, and luckily for Grapevine, he wasn't able to secure it. 2nd and 10 now as Polk comes in motion again from right to left. Shotgun snap back, play action. Mercer looking downfield. Now he's going to tuck, roll to his right, and then cut upfield inside the 40, and then getting taken out of bounds at the 37, 38-yard line. Thought for a second they might throw a flag there, but it did look like the defender, Kyle Lewis, was trying to hold him up as they went out of bounds, even though they went to the ground.
Well, maybe Mr. Referee asked him what his intention was before deciding to throw the flag. Just kidding, just kidding. No, it was a good no throw because you could tell he was trying to.
He was trying to, yeah. Mercer gets a gain of 4 on that run. It's going to set up 3rd and 6 now from the 37. Just under a minute to go here in the first half. Snap back. Mercer looking downfield. He's going to fire it, and that pass is low and outside. That pass kind of came out of the hand a little funky from Colt Mercer. It looked like it just kind of dove into the turf there. He was trying to hit his tight end, number 18, Hank Miller. And yeah, I don't know what happened there, but that pass just came out of his hand funny.
Yeah, he was trying to rush it. Kyle Jordan is coming right through the middle on these blitzes and creating havoc in the backfield for Colt Mercer now, and he's starting to feel the pressure as a quarterback. You start to get that clock in your head, and the clock gets shorter every time Kyle gets in the
timeout. Grapevine.
And Grapevine on
that is
4th.
Their 2nd timeout of the half.
It's 4th and 6 at the Cooper 37. They're going to call a timeout to decide what they want to do here. We'll take it with them. 51 seconds to go here in the first half. It's 14-7 Cooper. You're listening to Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
Cryotherapy, you can accomplish all this and more. Recover faster, look incredible, live your best life. Try cryotherapy today at CryoNation and Grapevine for only $15. Get cold, not old.
It's Pre-Owned Truck Month at Classic Chevrolet. Over 350 pre-owned trucks to choose from. As the #1 Chevy dealer in the nation, we've allocated millions more to keep paying top dollar for your trade. Get an instant cash offer with our Easy Pass, or custom order the truck you want how you want it. Classic has the most Chevy deliveries in Texas. That means you get your truck faster. Find new roads. Based on 2020 GM Small Business and Dealer Fleet deliveries.
4th down, snap is back to Mercer, and he gets blasted. Ball's on the ground, and I think Cooper recovered it. It was going to be Cooper ball anyway, but that time, again, the Baylor commit, number 1, the defensive end. The senior Kyle Jordan just came around like he was shot out of a gun off of Colt Mercer's right side and hit him in the backfield, knocking the ball loose. And it officially is going to go as a fumble, but it would have been Cooper ball regardless.
Yeah, he simply lined up at the left defensive end. He just came on a speed rush a la Khalil Mack.
And just ran right around Max Livingston.
Poor Colt never saw him coming. Took a big shot.
So the Pirates take over 1st and 10 at their own 47 with 46 seconds to go in the half. Gibson looking to throw. Fires it out. The pass is incomplete. Nice defense again by Drew Nelson.
Heck of a play.
Yeah, definitely, as he was trying to get the ball that time to number 81, Braden Lewis, the junior, on a little quick out around midfield. And just good defense, and Lewis couldn't pull the ball in.
No, he had the ball in his hands, but able to get the hand in there and knock it away. Great job.
2nd and 10 now for the Pirates, as the Mustangs are just trying to make sure that the Pirates don't get another score here before the half. Trips right, tight end on the left side, snap back, and flag comes in. We may have a false start here. Let's see what they call. Line judge on the far side of the field.
False start. Offense number 70. 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
That's the right tackle, Holden Hendricks, who was lined up in front of that back judge. And he jumped a little bit right there, so back that up 5 yards. Back to the 42-yard line, 2nd and 15.
Play clock operator. Please reset the play clock, or the game clock, excuse me, at 43 seconds. 43 seconds.
So 2nd and 15 now for the Pirates. They're going to go 4 wide here now, 2 to each side. Snap back to Gibson, looking down the middle of the field. Now he gets flush, stepping up, fires it out to the far side, and just off the fingertips of his wide receiver, number 11, Hayden Brooks, as he was trying to, on the scramble, get that out there. And tell you what, a good job by Adrian White also. He came underneath there and tried to get up and get his hands on that pass, but it was just too tall for everybody.
I tell you, had that been a good throw, that would have been a pick six.
If that had been on target, yeah, Adrian White would have been stepping in front of that one. So 3rd and 15 now at the Cooper 42. Again, they come out in a 4 wide set with the tight end kind of split out. Now the tight end comes in motion from right to left. Stack receivers on the right side. Snap back. They're just going to hand this to Thomason. Coming up to the 40, 42, 44 and get knocked out of bounds. Great job by the defense that time. Leighton Towery and number 27, Drew Nelson, who's having a great first half. They read that immediately, attacked it, and knocked Thomason out of bounds after only a 2-yard gain.
Really tough to run outside on Grapevine. Lubbock Cooper keeps trying to get that corner. They're not able to get it. Their best runs have come in between the tackles. Grapevine just too fast.
Parker Polk back at his own 15-yard line as the punter Kyle Lewis drops back to take this snap. Kick is away. It's a low line drive, end over end kick towards the sideline. That was not a good punt. That ball landed about almost 10 yards out of bounds. I'm going to see where they mark this. It should be up around the 35-yard line. Let's see, there's a referee still coming, and he's going to mark it out at the 38. That is not what Kyle Lewis wanted. That is, oh man, that is just not good at all. That's only a 18-yard punt.
Well, what he didn't want to do was kick it to Parker Polk. Parker obviously had a huge game last week, returned a punt and a kickoff for a touchdown, even though the kickoff was called back. So you don't want to kick it to him. That's the best thing you're going to do with 28 seconds.
So the Mustangs take over. They mark it officially actually at the 37. So that is a 19-yard punt. Mustangs are coming out in their spread formation. 28 seconds left. The Mustangs have 1 timeout. Snap back. It's going to be a handoff to Tejada. Going around the left side up to the 40 and getting about 5 yards or so, maybe 6, before he gets brought down. And it looks like the Mustangs are content just to let the clock run out here after the 6-yard gain. They are lining up, but they're going to let this clock run out as the clock's counting down, and doesn't look like they're going to snap another play here. So the Cooper Pirates are going to go to the half here in this regional semifinal, leading the Grapevine Mustangs by a score of 14-7. Started out fast on the scoreboard, but then the defenses really kind of took over this ball game, and we go to the half with a 14-7 score. When we come back, we will have the halftime show for you, the Prosperity Bank halftime show. And we'll catch you up on some scores from around the area. We'll talk about what we saw in the first half. We'll let you hear the Grapevine Band as well. You are listening to Grapevine Mustangs Football, presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by Champion Sports Radio. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of the audio stream, and any and all other use of the accounts of this broadcast without the direct written consent and presentation of Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts.
Are you worried how 2020 has impacted your teen's social development? We are too. Want to know what might help? Participating in the performing arts in high school. It's been hard being a teenager recently. Hard to cope, hard to keep up, hard not to feel like you're missing out. Everything's different and nobody knows what's next. Encouraging your son or daughter to participate.
Stay right here. There we go. That's what I'm saying.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome you to halftime Mustang style. Halftime entertainment, Grapevine High School is proud to present the award-winning fabulous dance officers of the Grand
football practice. After his death, Zach's loved ones knew it was time to take action to protect young hearts across North Texas from this silent killer. Since its establishment in 2009, Living for Zachary has impacted thousands of families by providing heart screenings for ages 12 to 22, donating AEDs to youth-based organizations, and training community members in the use of CPR, all with the goal of saving lives. Sudden cardiac arrest doesn't wait, so we can't either. Schedule your child's heart screening today, apply for an AED for your organization, or make a donation that could change a life forever. Together, we can give our children's hearts a second chance. Join the movement to save young hearts at livingforzachary.org today.
Back here at Wildcat Stadium on the campus of Abilene Christian University, the Cooper Pirates lead the Grapevine Mustangs by a score of 14-7. Jacob Dedamore here as the Cooper Band is on the field during their halftime routine. But right now what we're going to do, we're going to catch you up on some scores here in the playoff action as things are getting started today on playoff weekend in the regional semifinal round. And right now what we'll do, we're going to start with the big upset of the day. In Class 5A Division II, Region 2, the South Oak Cliff Golden Bears do the deal, and they knock off the favorite to win state in this classification. They beat the Aledo Bearcats by a score of 33-28 today, so the South Oak Cliff Golden Bears advance to the regional final. In 5A Division II, they will take on the winner of the matchup between, as I scroll down to find it there, Lovejoy and Timberview High School out of Mansfield, which should be a very solid game there. Elsewhere in the playoff action, in 5A Division I, College Station knocked off Wakeland High School out of Frisco by a score of 45-35. They have advanced to the regional final in Region 2 in 5A Division I, and they will play Ryan High School out of Denton as Denton Ryan took down Longview today in a hotly contested battle. Longview, I should say Denton Ryan had to hold off a Longview Lobo comeback, and they held on for a 37-33 win. So College Station and Denton Ryan will meet in the Region 2 final next weekend in 5A Division I. For Grapevine fans, I know a big game tomorrow is going to be Colleyville Heritage. They're going to pay attention to that in 5A Division I as Colleyville Heritage plays tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. They'll take on Tascosa High School out of the Amarillo area. They'll play that game in Wichita Falls tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. The game that is matched up with this one here in Abilene is a game between Canutillo High School. Canutillo is just outside of the El Paso area. They are taking on Ryder High School out of Wichita Falls. And right now that game is a fourth quarter score. This game taking place at Grande Communication Stadium in Midland. And the Ryder Raiders have a 28-7 lead over the Canutillo Eagles. Again, that game is in the fourth quarter, so it does look like Ryder is on their way to advancing to the regional final here in Region 1. Other games are going to be taking place either later today, as this was the first day of action in the playoffs. We did have a final in 4A as Aubrey took down Monahans 42-7, and in the 3A classification, Salina, just north of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, took down Snyder by a score of 46-6 today. Later on tonight, Mansfield Summit will play Midlothian. We talked about that Lovejoy-Timberview matchup. The game is going to take place tonight. A good 4A battle between Stephenville and Argyle is going to go down tonight as well. And then, of course, all the big action tomorrow will be with most of the 6A and then some of the 5A games as well. So that's some of the scores from around the playoff area. Again, this was everything started this afternoon, and these are kind of the earlier games. But when we come back, we're going to take another break here on the Prosperity Bank Halftime Show. When we come back, we'll have some numbers for this first half for you. You're listening to Grapevine Mustangs Football, presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
It's Pre-Owned Truck Month at Classic Chevrolet. Over 350 pre-owned trucks to choose from. As the #1 Chevy dealer in the nation, we've allocated millions more to keep paying top dollar for your trade. Get an instant cash offer with our Easy Pass, or custom order the truck you want how you want it. Classic has the most Chevy deliveries in Texas. That means you get your truck faster. Find new roads.
Classic Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
Based on 2020 GM small all business and dealer fleet deliveries.
The world of banking is like the world of sports. There are winning teams and losing teams. I bank with Prosperity Bank because it's a winning team. It's a team of real bankers who know how to make loans. And they're interested in making you a loan right now. That's a surefire win-win. Prosperity Bank is the big bank with your community bank inside, where you find real bankers, not just a bank. ProsperityBankUSA.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender. This ad is not a commitment to lend.
Hello, Grapevine High School Mustang football fans. I'm Dr. Kelly Brown, alumni and former Grapevine High School football player. I'm also the owner of Brown Chiropractic Center, which has served the Grapevine community for over 35 years. We're across from Quick Trip on the corner of William B. Tate and Ira E. Woods, and we'd love to invite you to come see us. I'm also a proud supporter of the Grapevine High School football team and the Grapevine community. Go Mustangs!
At Academy Sports and Outdoors, we love the sounds of the great outdoors. And that's why we make it easier than ever for you to gear up and have fun out there. Order at academy.com and get free shipping or free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store. Plus, get free assembly on most bikes and grills for all the ways you love to play. Make shopping easy with Academy Sports and Outdoors. Free assembly applies to in-store purchases only. Free shipping applies to most orders over $25.
Classic Chevrolet in Grapevine has been named Regional Buying Center for pre-owned vehicles in Texas. 2,000 vehicles will be purchased, all makes and models. It's easy with buyers on hand writing checks. Classic Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Do you feel your home is too humid and slightly musty? Do you have that room or side of the house you don't use because it's too hot or too cold? Do you have family members struggling with health issues or allergies? Then contact Energy Attic and transform your living spaces by transforming your attic. Energy Attic uses a 3-part energy reduction system to make your home or office as comfortable and energy efficient as possible, saving you money, reducing your carbon footprint, and improving indoor air quality. Who doesn't want to save money, breathe cleaner air, and sleep better? Energy Attic helps improve your home climate control, reduces those cold and hot pockets, makes it more comfortable throughout, and saves you up to 40% on your energy bill. It's fast and easy to schedule your free Energy Attic audit. Simply visit energyattic.com and fill out the form. Virtual appointments are available as well. Now is the time to get your project started. So let Energy Attic show you how much you can love the comfort of your home. energyattic.com. Attic solutions to transform your life.
Back here on the campus of Abilene Christian University at Anthony Field in Wildcat Stadium. They got names on a lot of stuff here at Wildcat Stadium. They got the field name, the scoreboard has a name. They have a name on the pavilion on the kind of the quote-unquote visitor side of the stadium. A lot of people paid some money to have their name on stuff here at this stadium, and the field is Anthony Field, and we are at Wildcat Stadium. I think even this press box has its own name.
Maybe it's the Jacob press box.
Oh, it's definitely not that. I can guarantee that. I'm not anywhere near that kind of a tax bracket, sir. The Cooper Pirates lead the Grapevine Mustangs by a score of 14-7 here at the half in this Region 1 semifinal. And again, this game started off fast. The first play of the game was a 73-yard touchdown run by Judge Thomason, as he broke one off up the middle of the field and scored, but Grapevine answered right back with a touchdown drive of about 62 yards of their own to tie it up. And then the next couple of possessions, we had back-to-back turnovers as Cooper drove down into Mustang territory and then threw an interception. But then the very next play, Caleb Tejada fumbled, and Cooper took over the Grapevine 16 and was able to punch that in to the end zone for a touchdown. But since then, the defenses have dominated as the Mustang, each team since that turnover sequence has each forced another turnover. Again, it was another fumble by Grapevine. It was another interception by Cooper. So, it's been kind of dominated, but the numbers really do favor Lubbock Cooper. 235 total yards to only 109 for Grapevine. 78 of that 109 is passing for the Mustangs, only 31 yards on the ground. Now, of course, that figures in a couple of sacks as well, as that's deducted from rushing yards. But the Cooper Pirates have 106 yards passing, 129 yards on the ground. But they have thrown 2 interceptions in this ball game. The 5 penalties against Cooper, 4 penalties against Grapevine. Each team's turned it over twice. It's really been an even battle. Colton Gibson, 7 of 13, 106 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions today. Colton Mercer, 10 of 16, but only 78 yards, and then the 1 touchdown is the coverage has been pretty good downfield. They've really limited them. Take Caleb Tejada. I'm actually surprised he has numbers this good. 11 carries for 48 yards in the first half. I didn't think his numbers would be quite that solid. What knocks the rushing total is Caleb Mercer, 4 carries for -19 because of the couple of big sacks he took. On the other side, Judge Thomason had a huge first half. He had that. Now I will say this: he had the 73-yard touchdown run, but since then, the Mustangs have really kind of kept him in check. He's got a total of 12 for 120 and the score. But you take off the opening carry of the ball game, and he's had 11 carries for 47 yards. So they've kind of kept him in check. Caden Chambers had 4 carries for 20 yards. The big player really in the first half, I think, for Cooper was the wide receiver Cooper Woods. 5 catches, 64 yards, and a touchdown. Had some real chain-moving throws in that first half. We should also mention that the Cooper Pirates had a missed field goal in that first half, had a 41-yard field goal into the wind that off the leg looked like it had the distance, and then the wind just knocked it down, and it fell just short of the crossbar. Otherwise, this might be a 10-point lead. Caden Cook had the touchdown catch for Grapevine in that first half. Drew Vi had a nice long catch of 33 yards. Caleb Tejada has caught a couple of screen passes and a couple of relief valve passes. They've kept Parker Polk in check, have the Cooper Pirates. Only 2 catches for 11 yards for Parker Polk.
Yeah, they're not kicking it to him either, which is interesting and could play in Grapevine's favor field position-wise. But for me, it's the line of scrimmage right now. The line of scrimmage has been dominated by Lubbock Cooper, by the Pirates, and primarily at the end of that first half, Kyler Jordan really took over the game from my view of it, right? He was lined up at linebacker, blitzing from that spot. He was lined up at DN, coming hot off the edge, and really had caused Colt Mercer hit that clock in his head to shorten quite a bit. And they're going to have to figure that out, right? And then the linebacker play by Kobe McKenzie, he's been all over the field, although they've, first quarter he was dominant, second quarter not as much. So they've made an adjustment there, but I think Grapevine is going to have to get away from the run somewhat, and Colt Mercer is going to have to put this team on his shoulders, and you're going to have to find a way to get Parker Polk involved.
At the very least, they need to try, in my opinion, what they need to try and do is maybe try and get to the edges with the run game. A lot of the runs were trying in between the tackles, trying to get Tejada through the hole and into that second level where he's so dangerous, but that defensive front of Cooper was just plugging everything up. I think they need to try and get Tejada on the outside and see if they can get him a little open space to do what he does best. Defensively, I thought Grapevine really did an excellent job from about the mid-first quarter on of keeping that run game in check and putting Cooper in long yardage situations for their passing game, which, not that they do throw the ball pretty efficiently as a team, but my guess is a lot of their passes come on their schedule, not on the other teams, and that's why they've been so efficient because of the success of their running game. But in this first half, a lot of long yardage situations for Cooper.
Yeah, they seem to throw on purpose, right? Throw when they want to, throw what they want to throw, because the run game controls the games for them. But Grapevine, we talked about sideline to sideline. It's very tough to run outside on them, which is what Cooper's been trying to do when they run through the tackles, is when they've had their most success. And so you wonder if they'll kind of make an adjustment there to run up the middle a little bit more. But this is going to come down to Grapevine's offense. I think defensively, we have kind of an even matchup here, and Grapevine's defense has certainly shut the door in that second quarter. But it's going to come down to the offense. Eventually, they're going to have to make some plays offensively. And I keep going back to Parker Polk. You got to get him involved.
They need to find a way, whether it's bubble screens or slip screens, something to get him the ball in space and let him try and do some of the things he does best. We're going to take our final break here on the Prosperity Bank Halftime Show. When we come back, we'll have the second half kickoff for you. This is Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
This is Josh Brown, owner of Cryo Nation.
Are you worried how 2020 has impacted your teen's social development? We are too. Want to know what might help? Participating in the performing arts in high school. It's been hard being a teenager recently. Hard to cope, hard to keep up, hard not to feel like you're missing out. Everything's different and nobody knows what's next. Encouraging your son or daughter to participate in performing arts can really help. Those are high school activities like band, orchestra, choir, theater, speech, and debate. They'll make new friends, develop confidence, and feel the satisfaction of being part of a team. Participation in the performing arts aren't a cure-all, and they certainly won't make the pandemic go away. But they will make the teenagers in your family feel like they're part of something special. This message presented by the NFHS and the Texas University Interscholastic League.
Hey North Texas, come on by Bottle Cap Alley in Grapevine. We're newly renovated and now a full-service restaurant. Bottle Cap offers all your favorites like hand-breaded catfish and savory brisket nachos. Or sink your teeth into a juicy certified Angus beef burger. You're sure to find what you like at Bottle Cap Alley. Our hearts are warm and our drinks are cold, so whether you're here to watch the game or just popping in for a quick bite, we're always happy to see you. Bottle Cap Alley on Highway 114 and 26.
The world of banking is like the world of sports. There are winning teams and losing teams. I bank with Prosperity Bank because it's a winning team. It's a team of real bankers who know how to make loans. And they're interested in making you a loan right now. That's a surefire win-win. Prosperity Bank is the big bank with your community bank inside, where you find real bankers, not just a bank. ProsperityBankUSA.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender. This ad is not a commitment to lend.
Back here for the start of the third quarter at Wildcat Stadium on the campus of Abilene Christian University in Abilene, Texas, and the Grapevine Mustangs trailing 14-7 will get the ball to start the third quarter here as the Mustangs won the opening toss and elected to defer. So the Cooper Pirates are going to line things up to kick it away here. A couple of interesting notes in the world of sports in the Metroplex. It looks like Sonny Dykes, SMU's head football coach, has decided to take the new open TCU job. So that makes that Iron Skillet rivalry a lot more interesting here in the years to come. The kickoff is away for Cooper. It's high. It's going to be caught at about the 8-yard line by C.J. Holmes. Fake the reverse to Parker Polk, cutting up the middle of the field and getting wrapped up at about the 18-yard line is C.J. Looked like he made one too many moves there trying to find a gap instead of just finding a seam and hitting it. And he gets wrapped up pretty quickly by the strong safety, number 23, Kyle Lewis.
Yeah, try to run that fake reverse thinking that you'll get action and get the kickoff team to move
going after
left.
Parker, yeah.
And, while they're looking at Parker, certainly not kicking the ball to him at all, did not bite on the fake.
So the Mustangs will take over at their own 17-yard line after the 10-yard return by C.J. Holmes. 1st and 10. They're going to come out with a stack wide. Trips right, two of the receivers stack. Snap back handoff to Tejada. And again, they try to go up the middle and just nothing doing. No gain as he gets stuffed right at the line of scrimmage as he is wrapped up by the big Oklahoma commit, the linebacker, number two on defense, Colby McKenzie, the senior.
Yeah, they're just out here in this 3-3-4. They moved their defensive end, number 1, back to linebacker as well.
Parker Polk coming in motion on 2nd down. Snap back again, a handoff to Tejada. Finds a little bit of room out to the 20. Gain of about 3 that time before he's wrapped up by the linebacker number 38, Cutter Douglas, the junior. A little bit of a gap that time, but still sets up a 3rd and long as it's going to be 3rd and 7 here for the Mustangs on this opening possession of the third quarter.
Being in this 3-3-4 is really allowing Lubbock to control each gap by a man. So each man has their own gap, and they're doing a really good job of filling those gaps.
Polk comes in motion again from the slot left to the right. Snap back. It's going to be a middle screen to Tejada. Makes the catch. They got the blocking set up. He's got the 1st down out past the 30. That was a well set up screen. They brought Parker Polk in motion and kind of faked a screen out to the near side flat and then came back over the middle to Tejada. The blocking was there, and he got all the way out to the 31-yard line for a gain of 11.
Real nice play. Nice job by Colt Mercer staring down that rush, of course. Kyler Jordan was coming in hot, but from the left side.
That's the 4th catch of the ball game for Caleb Tejada. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Snap back. Tejada gets the handoff this time. Finds a little bit of room up the middle. Kind of runs up the back of his own lineman there. It's going to limit the gain to about 3 yards. If he could have, he kind of ran into the back of Travis Mason that time, the left guard, as he was trying to cut back to the middle and just couldn't kind of get his shoulders turned to get upfield. Otherwise, he might have had a bigger gain out of that.
Yeah, just not a lot of room to run in between the tackles at all today for the Mustangs. We have not seen them get bottled up like this year.
2nd and 7 for the Mustangs. Snap back. Again, Tejada takes it, going over the left side this time. Another gain of about 3 yards. Gets out to the 37 before he gets brought down in on the tackle that time. For the Cooper Pirates, number 17, the cornerback Jaraylen Shaw, the senior. But only a 3-yard gain, but it's the 3rd and manageable here on 3rd and 4. At the 37-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, snap back, play action. Mercer keeps it on a zone read, and the Pirates are all over it. Did not buy the fake at all from Mercer, and he got back to the line of scrimmage, but give credit on that play to the defensive end that time. It looked like number 65, Landon Doris, just stayed at home, hit Mercer in the backfield, didn't make the tackle, but disrupted the play and allowed his teammates to clean it up.
Disciplined football, when you play on the edge and you stay at home, chances are you're going to make a good play.
And you haven't seen the Mustangs run that much zone read, and now we're going to have a roughing the punter penalty. Mercer got the quick kick away, and it gets down inside the 30 at the 29 by C.J. Holmes, but we're going to have a roughing the punter penalty.
Running into the kicker, defense number 23, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Well, it's only the 5-yard instead of the 15, but it's a first down nonetheless, as Kyle Lewis came around the right side of the right end of the defense and hit Mercer as the ball left his foot.
It was a great job by Mercer. He watches a lot of Laker games, I suppose. He's a big LeBron James fan because he did a fantastic flop job there to get the penalty.
Well, but I mean, it was solid contact.
Oh, no, it was a great job.
And I think, that was the right call. He hit him in the body, so it's a 5-yard penalty, but it was only 4th and 4. So either way, he was going to get the first down, and the Mustangs get the ball at their own 42 now.
Well, Colt did exactly as he's supposed to do.
So the Mustangs get a bit of a break here on that special teams miscue by the Pirates. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Parker Polk coming in motion. From left to right, sets up now at the right slot, snap back, Mercer looking to throw. He fires it, it's caught by Polk up at midfield, and that's going to be in. The ball's on the turf as the ball punched out again, and it's a fumble. The Oklahoma commit, the linebacker, number 2, Kobe McKenzie, knocked the ball out of Parker Polk's hands as he was spinning him down to the ground. It was going to be about a 10-yard gain for a first down, but the ball gets punched out, and the Pirates get their 3rd fumble of the ball game.
Yeah, they motion Parker over. They finally get him in that single coverage to able to get the ball to him, and he's just trying to make that extra play. No fault there. He's just trying to get some extra yards. Doesn't feel that extra man coming from the back.
As he's getting spun down, Kobe McKenzie knocks the ball loose, and the Pirates recover at the Mustang 47-yard line. 1st and 10, snap back, handoff to Tomlinson, going over the right side. Makes a spin move inside the 45 and getting down to about the 40, now to the 39 before they're going to stop forward progress. Nice run by Tomlinson, got about 3 extra yards after contact.
And that's where they've had their success, inside the tackles. Not going to run outside on Grapevine too often, but when you get in between the tackles today, they've had some nice runs and some nice yardage gains.
3rd turnover of the ball game for Grapevine. All 3 have been fumbles. One of them was on a 4th down play, so that one didn't really matter as much as far as turnovers go. But this is the 2nd fumble that really does matter here. Snap back, handoff to Thomason again, and this time he just drives the pile forward for a first down. That's a nice strong run by Judge Thomason, as he got met just past the line of scrimmage and just pushed his way forward to the 35 for 4 yards and a first down.
You talked about the turnovers. That's the 3rd one. It's 3-2 now. Grapevine typically doesn't turn the ball over, but you and I talked about this in our production meeting on the way here. Lubbock Cooper likes to get the ball on the turnover.
They do. They've mostly been doing it via interceptions, but they've gotten 3 turnovers tonight.
Free play.
Now, there was contact made. Both outside defensive ends jumped that time and came
offsides with contact
and made contact.
Defense number 82. 5-yard penalty.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com.
Shot downfield here in this situation. 1st and 5, 30-yard line. It's a good shot to take a heave to the end zone.
Twins right, single receiver left. Snap back, it's going to be a handoff actually up the middle. Again, a nice strong run inside the 35, still pushing forward inside the 30 and just driving his feet forward all the way down to the 29 for a gain of 6 and a first down is the number 3 running back, number 31, Caden Chambers. I say number 3, as I mentioned earlier, he's got the second most carries on this team. We have not seen number 22, Caleb Stripling tonight, who's the second leading rusher on this team, averaging nearly 10 yards a carry. So who knows, he could be a bit dinged up. We haven't seen him on the field at all tonight. It's either been Thomason or Chambers, but Chambers moves the chains after the 6-yard gain, first down. 2 receivers right, single receiver left. Thomason back in at tailback. Snap back, handoff to Thomason, right up the middle, inside the 25, down to about the 21 for a gain of 3.
Nice job by the Grapevine defense to bottle that up quickly.
Grapevine desperately needing a stop here of at least limiting this to a field goal try after they looked like they were having a promising drive, and then the fumble gets knocked out of the hands of Parker Polk by the Oklahoma commit, the linebacker Kobe McKenzie, who's having a very solid ball game here tonight. 2nd and 7 for the Pirates at the Mustang 21-yard line, 6.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Shotgun snap back to Gibson. Play action. He's looking down the middle of the field, looking for a pass, and that's going to be incomplete. Cooper fans wanting a flag, but that just looked like feet got tangled up as Drew Nelson was running step for step with the tight end, number 8, Brady Barnett. And it looked like as both guys started to go up for the ball, they just kind of tripped over each other's feet and fell down.
Similar to the big play they hit the tight end on earlier in the game, and not a bad throw, but you're right, it's just a little incidental contact there. You're not going to get the flag for that.
And great coverage by Drew Nelson, who's having a great ball game tonight.
He is certainly playing outstanding since the very first start of this game.
Big play here for the Mustang defense, 3rd and 7 at their own 21-yard line. Pirates in a pistol formation, snap back. They're going to hand it to Thomason. He's going to go up the middle. He's going to get the first down inside the 10, inside the 5, and breaking tackles into the end zone. That is Judge Thomason at his best as he got a head of steam going right there, broke a couple of tackles, one inside the 5-yard line, and just took it into the end zone for the touchdown to give the to give the Pirates their biggest lead of the night, making this a 2-score ball game.
Yeah, that's the biggest hole that we've seen since the first run of the ball game. And unfortunately for Grapevine, that goes for 6.
The extra point is up, and it is good. So 6:13 to go here in the third quarter. The Pirates now lead the Mustangs by a score of 21-14. This is Grapevine Mustangs football, presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com.
So after the fumble by Parker Polk, the Cooper Pirates go 47 yards. The last 21 of those yards on the legs of Judge Thomason for his second touchdown of the ball game. And the Cooper Pirates now lead 21-7. The kickoff is high into the wind. It's going to be dropped at the 5-yard line by C.J. Holmes. He just goes right up the middle trying to get what he can and gets out to about the 17 before he gets tripped up. They're going to say the 18-yard line, so it's about a 13-yard return, but that time C.J., who is still down on the turf, looked like he was in position, and the ball just went through his hands and bounced on the turf and right back up to him, thankfully, but it disrupted any timing on the return. And now C.J. Holmes is down as he kind of got tripped up as he was going up the field. The tackle was made as he was kind of falling to the ground, and so I'm not really sure what the injury is here. We're looking at the replay right now on the video board. Again, a fortunate bounce as it went through his hands. He cut up the field and then just lost his balance and went forward, but he's up and jogging off the field now, so I guess whatever it was, he's okay. He's got a little bit of limp to his gait, but he's coming off the field pretty easily under his own power. So this is now a very huge possession for the Mustangs here with about a little over 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. They trail by 2 scores for the first time tonight, 21-7. And they started to have some success on offense on that last drive before the fumble, so maybe something they can build on here. 1st and 10, snap back. Handoff to Tejada. Up the middle. No, that's Victor Delacruz. Check that. He's only going to get about 2 yards before he gets wrapped up. As coming up to make the stick that time was the weak safety, number 16, Tony Cabello, the senior, joined by a couple of his teammates. But Cabello's the one who filled the hole and kept that to a 2-yard gain.
And Kyler Jordan was in there as well. They've gone back down to their 4 traditional down linemen.
2nd and 8, snap back, a little quick screen out to Tejada. He was lined up on the outside, makes the catch up the sideline. That's going to be close to a 1st down. That time they line up Tejada at wide receiver, throw it to him on the bubble screen, and he's going to get right to the sticks. That's going to be an 8-yard gain and move the chains.
Yeah, down 2 scores with a quarter and a half to go. What you have to do now is just get the ball into your superstars' hands. And however you have to do that is what you have to do at this point.
Yeah, they got to find a way to get Parker Polk and Caleb Tejada in open space because those 2 guys are very elusive. Snap back, handoff to Tejada, trying to get up the middle and just nowhere to go as man who's been making a lot of plays in this ball game tonight, the defensive end, number 1, Kyler Jordan, the Baylor commit, just sheds the block and hits Tejada in the hole for only a gain of a yard.
I tell you, I have not seen the defensive end at the high school level be able to dominate an entire offensive line, but that's what we've seen tonight so far from Kyler Jordan.
2nd and 9, Mercer looking to throw, looking downfield. Now he's going to roll to his right, and he gets rid of it. The catch is made up around the 30, 31-yard line as Hank Miller comes back to his quarterback who was scrambling, made the catch. Only a gain of 2, but he does move the ball a little bit and make it a little bit more manageable 3rd down.
That's a great job, a heads-up IQ play by Hank Miller to come back to his quarterback, not stand still, give him a place to get rid of the football as he was on the run, and a good throw.
3rd and 7 now for the Mustangs at their own 31-yard line with just over 5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Trips right, single receiver left. Shotgun snap back to Mercer, play action. He's looking to fire one down the field. He's got a man open, and he hits him inside the 35, the 30. Sammy Kelly makes his first catch of the night. Sammy Kelly, who really didn't get much involved in the offense at all last week, but he gets a couple of steps behind the defender tonight, and a beautiful throw into the wind by Colt Mercer for a strike down to the Cooper 27.
Absolutely beautiful throw into the wind. Colt Mercer, he's coming to play in this 3rd quarter.
42 yards on the catch and run, and this is a backward pass to Parker Polk. He's looking to throw, but it's not open, and now he's just trying to see if he can get back to the line. He's going to take a loss of about 4 yards, unfortunately. They were looking for C.J. Holmes on a double pass as he threw it backwards to Parker Polk, but Polk, as he looked to throw, saw that C.J. was covered, so he just tried to see if he could get anything, but he took a loss of 4 on the play.
Yeah, the free safety, Carson Bradshaw, makes a great play, and Parker Polk using his IQ, not forcing anything.
2nd and 14 now. Snap back to Mercer. Fires it over the middle. Caught by C.J. Holmes. Gets down to around the 20-yard line. Nice little catch there by Holmes to secure it and then fall forward as he's getting hit. It's a gain down to the 20-yard line on the play. Gain of, a gain of 11 yards. And now we have a Cooper Pirate player down on the field as he's going to get attended to by the trainers, I believe. That's number 24, Carson Bradshaw, who made the play before. Oh, 14. Check that. 14. Sorry. That's number 14, Keon Peepcorn, the reserve cornerback, the junior, and he gets up relatively quickly and kind of hops off the field under his own power. But a nice grab and a key gain there. That was an 11-yard catch by C.J. Holmes down to the 20, and that sets up a 3rd and 3 now for the Mustangs as they are at 4 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter, and they need points. They're going to come out in a jumbo formation here on 3rd and 3. Snap back. It's a handoff up the middle to Tejada, and there's just nowhere to go. The Cooper Pirates were ready for that. They actually dropped Tejada for a loss of a yard. Multiple defenders for Cooper in on the play. I thought maybe, I haven't seen Grapevine run that from that distance at that point in the field, and Cooper was just ready for it.
Yeah, not a real big fan of that play call. You haven't been able to run the ball up the middle most of the night. I understand you bring in a big package, but that just invites your entire defense to come down into the box. And now they're going for this big 4th down here.
They're keeping the same formation on the field after the loss of a yard. 4th and 4 at the 21. Snap back, play action. This time Cooper rolling, caught by Mercer. It is going to be close to a first down. We'll see where they mark it. They're going to mark it at the 17, and it looks like it is going to be just enough. Let's see, they're looking at it. We'll see if they measure. It's on the sticks are on the far side, and the referee's just going to signal first down. A nice call that time. They stayed with the jumbo formation, did a play action waggle, and threw it to number 18, Hank Miller, who got right to the first down marker before he got knocked out.
Love the call. I don't think anyone in the stadium thought he was going to hand off, even though they were in the jumbo package, but fooled Lubbock Cooper for sure anyway. Great play. 1st and 10, handoff to Tejada, going on a sweep to the left, trying to get around the corner and won't get there. He gets dropped back at the 20 for a loss of 3 yards. The man who made the play really for that defense is number 38, the linebacker Cutter Douglas, who got into the backfield and tripped up Tejada as he was trying to get to the corner. His teammates cleaned it up, but again, it's a loss of 3 on first down as they stayed once again in that jumbo package. Yeah, and they haven't been able to get the corner all night, has Grapevine, and they tried it again there. And I thought they were about to really get it that time, but good job by Lubbock Cooper.
2nd and 13 at the 20-yard line of the Pirates. This time they're in a 3-wide formation, snap back. Mercer looking to throw. Now he's going to tuck it, and he's going to get sacked. It's going to be a loss of a yard on the play as the pocket just collapsed around him. Coming up to make the sack that time was number 32 for the Cooper Pirate defense. As I'm trying to find the number for number 32, my apologies. He's not on my 2 deep. And I'm looking for him right now. It's number 32, Tanner Menegay, the senior defensive lineman. He comes up and makes the tackle before Colt Mercer can get through the line of scrimmage. So it's a loss of a yard, 3rd and 14, now back at the 21. 3rd sack of the ball game for the Pirates. Snap back to Mercer. Rolling to his right, now back towards the middle of the field, trying to find somebody downfield. Here comes a flag for a hold. Colt Mercer's going to get about 5 yards before he gets knocked out of bounds. And but you're going to get a holding penalty.
Holding. Offense number 53. 10-yard penalty. Banks 3rd down.
That's on Drake Beckwith. You talked about it earlier. When a quarterback scrambles and the defense tries to pursue, that's when you get a lot of holds.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, when they motion Parker down, you got one-on-one at the top there. Sammy Kelly ran a go route. He had his man beat. Colt never looked that way, but the coaches are right next to us in the booth next to us. You wonder if they might see that and come back to that similar type of look, because wherever Parker goes 2 defenders for Lubbock Cooper.
The Pirates elect to take the penalty here, which it would be 4th down if they had. I guess what they're trying to do here is take the penalty to knock them out of field goal range, because it backs it up to the 31-yard line and makes it 3rd and 24. So I guess this is just more of a let's try and keep him from being able to kick a field goal. Snap back to Mercer. Here comes the pressure. Mercer trying to get away. He does. Now he's rolling to his right. He's going to fire one down the field. The pass is caught. Drew Vi with the pass hit the ground. He had it, but as he was trying to pull it in and hit the ground, the ball popped out. That was nearly an amazing catch by Drew Vi. A great throw from Colt Mercer as he found Drew Vi coming across the field deep and got it in between the defenders. But man, the play just was not made. That was nearly a fantastic play on both ends.
Colt Mercer getting out of the grasp of Kyler Jordan, running to the right, makes a fantastic throw, as you said, in the coverage, tight window. Oh, yeah, that was a great play by
Drew Vi was, as he was going to the ground, he went up in midair, caught it, and as he's coming down trying to secure it, when he hit the ground, it jarred it loose. 4th down, the Mustangs have to go for it. Pass is caught by Vi over the middle, but he's just not going to get there. It's a big gain all the way down to the 13-yard line. Looked like it's going to be about a 21-yard gain, but he needed 24.
There's a great individual effort. He was trying to get through those 3 defenders after the catch. Cole Mercer showed something on that drive.
He
though,
really
and
did.
If you can stop him here, I'm looking for Cole to let that arm loose.
Yeah, you're going to have the wind at your back in the fourth quarter. Grapevine really had not much of a choice but to go for it there with the field position. You're at the 31. The wind is too strong to kick into it from this distance.
Strong wind going straight north.
Yeah, I mean that would have been a 48-yard field goal into a strong north wind, just not really feasible.
Easy, no.
So the Pirates take over after the fourth down stop. They're on 13, 1st and 10. Play action. Gibson rolling to his left. Drops it off to his tight end. The pass is caught up to the 20, 25, 27-yard line. That pass that time caught by the backup tight end, number 7, Samuel Marcinkowski, the sophomore, as he was dragging across underneath. Nice big gain out to the 27-yard line, a gain of 14 yards.
Now Lubbock Cooper trying to take advantage of the wind situation a little bit. You wonder if they might take a deep shot before the end of this quarter.
A minute 8 to go here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 at the 27 for the Pirates. 2 tight end set, snap back, handoff to Thomason. Going around the right side, he's getting the corner, getting away from Jackson Yarbrough up to the 35, the 40, and finally getting brought down by Yarbrough as he chased him down. And now we have a late flag as somebody said something or pushed somebody. Thomason was brought down at the 26-yard line as a gain of 19, but this looks like it's going to be unsportsmanlike.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense number 21, 15 yards from the end of the run, automatic first down.
That's just not a
That is number 21's first unsportsmanlike conduct of the contest.
That's just not a smart play by a senior right there. He wasn't even involved in the tackle, and he got in the face of the wide receiver he was blocking after the play right by the referee, and the referee threw the flag on him.
Yeah, kind of peculiar as we're watching the replay. There had to be something that he said because he screamed at the receiver from about 10 yards away. Not sure. But not a great situation at this point.
Adds 15 yards onto the run, so now the Pirates have it at the Grapevine 39. Handoff to Thomason on first down. Makes a spin move inside the 35, down to the 33 for a gain of 6 yards. And the Pirates are on the move here with under 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. They started on their own 13 after getting the fourth down stop, and they are really getting in position to try and really grab a control of this ball game.
Yeah, this is going to have to be one of those Grapevine defensive great stands or turnovers that they've been so good at getting all season. They're going to let this quarter wind down.
Yep, we're going to go to the fourth quarter with the Cooper Pirates on the move inside Mustang territory. They lead Grapevine by a score of 21-14. We'll be back with the fourth quarter. You're listening to Mustangs Football presented by Classic.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com.
They're interested in making you a loan right now. That's a surefire win-win. Prosperity Bank is the big bank with your community bank inside, where you find real bankers, not just a bank. ProsperityBankUSA.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender. This ad is not a commitment to lend.
At First Colleyville, we believe that church is a place where anyone can find connection, purpose, hope, and community. From an engaging kids ministry to a high-energy student ministry, and from compelling weekend experiences to in-depth adult ministry studies, our goal is to lead every generation to know and follow Jesus. If you're looking for a church home, we would love to invite you to check out all we have going on. For service times and directions, visit firstcolleyville.com, and we will see you this weekend.
Start of the fourth quarter. Snap is back. Handoff to Thomason, trying to go up the middle, and not much room this time. Maybe a yard. Maybe. Looks like they're going to give him a yard on forward progress. Jacob Dedamore and Tim Smith back here at Wildcat Stadium in Abilene on the campus of Abilene Christian University, where the Cooper Pirates lead Grapevine by a score of 21-7. A 1-yard gain for Thomason on second down sets up a 3rd and 3 here from the Mustang 32-yard line. Thomason having a huge night tonight for the Pirates.
Big third down.
They're going to go with a heavy set package here. Handoff to Thomason. This time he's going to get up the middle, and he's going to get just enough for that first down. He got hit about the 30 and just drove those legs forward and got the extra yard he needed to move the chains.
You just got the sense there that was a big need for the Grapevine defense to get a stop there and get off the field.
Now here's the interesting situation. We've flipped in, so now the Pirates are going into this north wind. They missed a 41-yard field goal that the wind knocked down and ended up leaving short from 41 yards out in the first quarter tonight. So, you know, right now, based on what we've seen earlier, you know, the Pirates are not yet in field goal range.
No, not quite. They are a little bit out of there with that strong wind.
I'm guessing the Pirates are going to want to go at least another 10 yards before they would even think about trying a field goal here. 1st and 10 at the Grapevine 29. Again, a heavy set look, only one wide receiver. Snap back, huge hole for Thomason up the middle, and he's going to get all the way down to the 21-yard line, a gain of 8.
Very uncharacteristic of what we've seen from the Grapevine defense all season. These huge holes being opened up for the opposing running backs, and that's what we saw right there.
Just a huge hole right over right tackle that time. 8-yard gain, now 2nd and 2 for the Pirates at the Mustang 21-yard line. They're staying in that heavy set with only one wide receiver, 3 tight end. Really what they have is an extra lineman as a tight end, plus their 2 regular tight ends and a running back. Snap back, handoff again up the middle. This is going to be a first down inside the 20 down to the 16. It's a gain of 5 for number 31, Caden Chambers, as he moves the chains. And they're just slowly, methodically moving the ball here on the Mustangs, trying to put a nail in the coffin here in this 4th quarter.
Certainly no hurry, and it's a war down in those trenches. Wow, this offensive line and the defensive line for Grapevine, you see a lot of effort as we're in the 4th quarter here, but it's a war down there.
1st and 10 for the Pirates. Snap back, handoff again to Chambers. This time he goes off right tackle inside the 15, inside the 10, down to about the 6-yard line. A strong run. That's going to be close to a first down. It is going to be a 10-yard gain and set up 1st and goal. Caden Chambers, when he's come in tonight to spell Judge Thomason, has done a really solid job for this Pirates ball club, as the run game for the Pirates has really kind of gotten on track here in the second half.
They have. The run game has seized control of this to some degree, and that offensive line is dominating up front still. The running backs are getting up to that second level on every carry.
Staying in that jumbo package are the Pirates. 1st and goal, snap to Chambers, handoff up the middle inside the 5, down to about the 1 or the 2-yard line. Again, another big hole. They've done this for about the last 4 plays here. They had the 2 tight ends in, plus brought in an extra offensive lineman, number 55, Braden Fender. The backup guard is a 3rd tight end, and they are just ramming it down the Mustangs' throat here.
They are. We haven't seen this year, but it's a big physical offensive line that Lubbock Cooper brought to Abilene today. And they are really doing a great job up front. You have to give them the credit for that.
And this Cooper offense has over 2,000 yards rushing on the season. 2nd and goal at the 1. Snap back, handoff to Chambers, and he is going to punch it in from a yard out for the touchdown. So the Pirates, after getting the 4th down stop, just unleashed the ground attack on the Mustangs and just like a locomotive just run the ball. Was there one pass play on that drive?
Earlier when they were still in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, there was the first play of the drive.
First
play was a 14-yard pass. Every other play since has been a run. You also had the 15-yard penalty on this possession. The extra point is up, and it's good. And the Mustangs are on the verge of seeing their season come to an end. They trail 28-7 with 8:11 to go in the ball game. This is Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
At Academy Sports and Outdoors, we love the sounds of the great outdoors. And that's why we make it easier than ever for you to gear up and have fun out there. Order at academy.com and get free shipping or free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store. Plus, get free assembly on most bikes and grills for all the ways you love to play. Make shopping easy with Academy Sports and Outdoors. Free assembly applies to in-store purchases only. Free shipping applies to most orders over $25.
Hey, Mustang fans, have you been meaning to get to the dentist and it just keeps getting getting pushed back to the list for tomorrow? Well, today, let me introduce you to Dr. Chip Mercer in Fielder Park Dental, where they're creating and restoring beautiful smiles. They're a full-service dental office that provides everything from your basic dental cleanings to more advanced care like implants and Invisalign orthodontics. Online at fielderparkdental.com or call 817-275-4817 for an appointment. Conveniently located in North Arlington, Dr. Mercer's a proud Mustang dad. fielderparkdental.com or call 817-275-4817.
Kickoff from Cooper is a high, short pooch kick. And it is a fair catch by Grapevine, and they'll take over at their own 37-yard line. As again, the Pirates not wanting anything to do with Parker Polk in the return game, and you can't really blame them for that.
No, they've double-teamed him all night. They won't kick to him. I mean, they've just done everything that they could to keep him completely out of this football game. But now you have to look for him. If you're Colt Mercer, you have to score, and you have to score quickly.
1st and 10, snap back, play action, fake the reverse, and now they're going to fire one deep down the field, going for C.J. Holmes. The pass is knocked away. Great defense that time. Number 14, Keon Pipecorn, the junior cornerback. The pass was just a little bit underthrown by Colt Mercer. That allowed Pipecorn to catch up, get a hand on the ball.
Yeah, it was a great play design, and actually C.J. gets open, the ball thrown maybe a little too late, but it hangs up in the air for just a count too long, and it gets knocked away. It was not a terrible throw, but just in the air too long.
Snap back to Colt Mercer. He fires it over the middle. The pass is caught, and it's going to be about a 7-yard gain. That is Drew Vi on the catch. Makes the catch out to the 44-yard line. It's going to set up a 3rd and 3. I was incorrect, by the way. The extra point was no good after that last touchdown. I thought I saw one of the referees signal it good, so it is only 27-7 here in the 4th quarter. But still, Mustangs needing to play with some pace. 3rd and 3 now for Grapevine. Snap is back. Play action. Rolling to his right is Mercer, trying to find somebody, and he's going to get the pass is away, and it's incomplete as he was getting grabbed from behind by the defensive end, number 65, Landon Doris, as he released that ball, and luckily that ball hit the turf before a Cooper defender could get his hands on it.
And Landon Doris just ran him down. I mean, that was just speed coming off that edge all the way down, and he really wanted to go to Parker early, but Parker was bracketed under and over. They've done it all night.
Mustangs have to go for it here. 4th and 3 from their own 44-yard line. 4-receiver formation. Polk goes in motion from the left to the right. Snap back, pass over the middle is caught for a 1st down at midfield by Drew Vi. He gets knocked down at the Cooper 49-yard line, but another great catch by Drew Vi, his 3rd of the ball game.
Drew Vi, like All-State, always open with the good hands.
Mustangs move the sticks. They're in Cooper territory, staying with the 4-wide set. Snap back. Mercer looking to fire one, going deep up the sideline. Has a man, but he overthrows him. He had CJ, as I go blank, CJ Holmes running down the far sideline, but the pass just sailed out of bounds on Colt Mercer.
CJ was so open, even the ref lost his hat.
Oh, man.
Wow, but yeah, the ball just sailed on Colt just a little bit. Sometimes it's hard to throw with that wind at your back. You lose a little bit of control with the ball.
2nd and 10 now at the 49-yard line. 2 receivers to each side. Mercer with the snap. Looking over the middle, now rolling to his right, trying to get away and gets rid of the ball, and the pass is caught by Parker Polk. He breaks a tackle, gets inside the 45 and down to the 42. Great job by Mercer to get the ball off as he starts to get hit by the defensive end, Kyler Jordan, and a great job by Parker Polk to come back to the ball, make the catch, and then spin inside to break a tackle and get a gain of 7.
Big Kyler Jordan had Colt Mercer in his grasp again. Colt on his way down is able to get rid of the ball. And Parker Polk, what can you say? Great catch, great run.
3rd and 3, and Parker Polk gets hit. Wow, that was close to pass interference. Yeah, the defensive back that time, that was number 17, Jeraylin Shaw. He started to wrap up Parker Polk, looked like before the ball arrived, but no flag on the play, maybe because it was behind the line of scrimmage. That might be why there's no interference. But he definitely got hit before the ball got there, and the pass fell incomplete. Now 4th and 3 for the Mustangs. They have to go for it again. Snap back. Mercer looking to throw. The pass is out, caught by Caden Cook. That is just a great job, and here comes a late flag because the defensive back, Jaraylon Shaw, threw Caden Cook down after they went out of bounds. But, man, on 4th down another clutch catch. Caden Cook used his body to shield off the defender, Jaraylon Shaw, and
after the play was over,
and move
personal
the chains.
foul, late hit out of bounds. Defense number 17. 15 yards from the out of bounds spot, automatic first down.
So not only does Caden Cook make the great catch to get the first down, but then he also kind of frustrates the defender into a penalty there and tacks on 15 more.
Yeah, great timing. We've seen this a few times tonight by Colt Mercer, where he just gets the ball, back foot, ball's out. Perfect throw and great hands catch.
1st and 10 at the 22 of Cooper after the penalty. Parker Polk coming in motion, snap back. Mercer looking downfield. Now he's just going to dump it off to Parker Polk on a relief valve catch, but did he step out of bounds? I guess he caught the ball with a foot on the sideline, so it's going to be an incomplete pass. It actually might not be the worst thing in the world because the defender was closing on Parker Polk behind the line of scrimmage. So it'll go as an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 now at the 22. 6:20 to go in the ball game. Mustangs trailing by 3 touchdowns. They're going to shift into more of a wide open receiver set as both tight ends check out here. And they're going to go trips right, single receiver left. 2nd and 10 at the 22. Snap back. Single coverage. Mercer looking for Sammy Kelly, and he couldn't bring it. No, that was Drew Vi. I'm sorry. Drew Vi, who's made great catches tonight, was running a deep slant. The ball was right there in his hands, and he just couldn't pull it in.
Yeah, I think he might have heard the footsteps of the safety coming there. Your ribs are exposed. Sometimes that'll happen. That was a great throw by Colt Mercer.
It was right on point, and oh man.
Drew's had a great night, though.
He has. That would have been close to a touchdown if he pulls that in. 3rd and 10 now for the Mustangs. Snap back. Mercer looking down, rolling to his left. Still looking, now rolling back to his right, stepping into the pressure, getting away for a moment, and now getting sacked. Just couldn't find anybody downfield in the pocket. The pressure finally got to him as number 65, Landon Doris, was able to corral Colt Mercer and drop him for a loss of 6 yards back to the 28.
He was working hard back there, wasn't he? Trying to find some place to go with the ball, just nowhere to go. And good coverage on the back end. That's what we call a coverage sack.
Yeah, that was definitely all on the secondary that time because Mercer had plenty of time to get rid of the ball, but just could not find a receiver open downfield.
Mercer's been impressing me with his pocket awareness tonight and really just showing the coaches of this Grapevine team that he is the guy, right? Especially coming back into next season.
Absolutely, and now looks like the Pirates are going to call a timeout here on 4th and 16. We'll take it with them. 5:25
That's their first time out of the half.
5:25 to go in the ball game. The Mustangs trail by 20. You're listening to Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
This is Josh Brown.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com.
Are upgrading for less at Classic Chevrolet and Grapevine. With a classic deal, it's easy to trade up and possibly lower your payments. New Chevys arriving daily. Others might, but Classic never, and I mean never, charges more than MSRP. That's Texas true pricing. 800 pre-owns on the ground. Just a few clicks to buy online with our Easy Pass. A classic deal is here. Waiting could cost you.
Sorry to cut that off, but it's 4th and 16. The teams are back on the field. The Mustangs going for it, dropping back. Mercer fires it down the field, and it's over everybody, incomplete. Again, he was going for Drew Vi on that deep slant. That pass sailed, but, even if that pass was on point, the defender was right there with Drew Vi. It would have been very interesting to see if he got the first down because he would have caught it about 5 yards short of the sticks.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it could have been a miscommunication. The ball could have just sailed on him, but that's unfortunate to see the drive come to an end with just a little over 5 minutes left, down by 3 touchdowns. And you start to get the feeling that Lubbock is...
Yeah, it's just this has been a case today where, Cooper has been able to take advantage of more opportunities than Grapevine has. Grapevine has had chances in this game, to be right in there to put points on the board and just hasn't been able to take advantage of it. First down, handoff to Tomlinson. Very little room that time, going to get a yard, maybe 2. Well, actually, that's a great job by Thomason to just keep fighting. Ends up getting about a 3-yard gain out to the 31. This Grapevine team is, and now we're going to have an injured player. I think that's the running back, Thomason, who tried to get up and just could not, maybe cramping a little bit.
Looks like a cramp. His teammates are trying to stretch him out.
Yep, got a little calf cramp there, but this has been a very hard-fought football game tonight, but Cooper has really just kind of taken over here in the second half with their run game, and, Grapevine, when the opportunities have been there to get some points, just haven't been able to come through here in this ball game in the second half.
Yeah, a lot of that has come down to the fact that Grapevine hasn't been able to run the ball with any effectiveness or any cohesiveness, and then you get down big and you're kind of forced into that passing game.
Don't miss the UIL Football State Championships that are starting on Wednesday, December 15th at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. All classifications, all divisions and classifications play their state championships at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. For more information, ticket information, and more, you can find that at uiltexas.org. That's uiltexas.org. Judge Tomlinson is up and walking off the field under his own power. As at this point in the ball game, with just under 5 minutes to go, he may be done for the night. And if so, he has played a whale of a ball game so far tonight, unofficially. 22 carries, 196 yards, and 2 touchdowns for the senior running back, Judge Thomason. And the Mustangs at this point in a very desperate situation here in the fourth quarter, down 27-7. 2nd and 7 at the 31. Snap back, handoff coming around the right side. Flag comes in. No gain, maybe even a loss of a yard that time, as number 31, Caden Chambers, took the handoff and just got stuffed at the line of scrimmage trying to go over right tackle.
Yeah, nowhere for him to go. The ref threw the flag right at the player that was committing the foul.
Personal foul, shot block. Offense, number 61 and 71. 15 yards from the previous spot. Remains 2nd down.
That's the left guard, Tanyan Zachary, and the center, Keegan Werman. And let me guess who they were trying to chop block on that play.
Well, they've been doing it all night long, and so, it's nice to get that called.
Second time tonight
they've
been called for a chop block, the Cooper Pirates.
And that's for those that don't understand what that is. That's simply making contact with one lineman while the other lineman comes and cuts down the lineman that's engaged. You simply can't do that.
So a 15-yard penalty backs this up to the 17-yard line now, as the clock is running, under 4:15 to go here. Snap is back. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, up to about the 20-yard line before getting driven back is Caden Chambers, the tailback. Again, the winner of this ball game will advance to take on Ryder High School out of Wichita Falls. The Ryder Raiders have won their game tonight over Cantonillo, as they won the final score of 28-7 tonight to advance to the Region 1 final. If they play Cooper, it'll be a rematch of their very close ball game in district play, which was the only loss suffered by Ryder this season. 3rd and long now. It's 3rd and 18 at the 20-yard line. 3.5 minutes to go, as no hurry here by Cooper. Play clock down to 2, and it's snap. Handoff up the middle, and driving forward for about 5 yards is Chambers to the 25, and time has been, and clock is stopped, as I think Grapevine is using one of their 3 timeouts right here with 3:18 to go in the ball game, and we will go ahead and take that timeout with
Grapevine.
27-7
That is their first
Cooper.
time out of the half.
You're listening to Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easy to gear up and have fun out there. Order at academy.com and get free shipping or free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store. Plus, get free assembly on most bikes and grills. Shop now. Free assembly applies to in-store purchases only. Free shipping applies to most orders over $25.
The world of banking is like the world of sports. There are winning teams and losing teams. I bank with Prosperity Bank because it's a winning team. It's a team of real bankers who know how to make loans. And they're interested in making you a loan right now. That's a surefire win-win. Prosperity Bank is the big bank with your community bank inside, where you find real bankers, not just a bank. ProsperityBankUSA.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender. This ad is not a commitment to lend.
It's Pre-Owned Truck Month at Classic Chevrolet. Over 350 pre-owned trucks to choose from. We've allocated millions.
We're already back from the timeout, and the punt is away from the Cooper Pirates. It's caught by Parker Polk around his own 48. He takes it, makes a man miss. Now coming to the near sideline at midfield, trying to get the corner, and not going to quite get there as he's brought down at the Cooper 46-yard line. The tackle made by the senior safety, number 23, Kyle Lewis. Parker Polk tried to make something happen there, and he just couldn't quite get that corner. Return of about 8 yards there.
Yeah, and I don't think he's used to that, right? He's used to being able to hit that corner and go. But we said it in the pregame was that Lubbock Cooper passed the eye test. They looked big, they looked fast,
and they are.
And they are.
They've got 2 Big 12 commits on their defense. One at defensive end, one at linebacker. And we've been watching their secondary all night. I mean, they are a fast, athletic defense. And they are showing why they've only lost one game by 1 point this year.
That said, they have been doubling Parker most of the evening.
I don't blame them. Do you?
No.
1st and 10. Pass up the near sideline, and it is going to be incomplete as it kind of went looking for Caden Cook up the near sideline. Went between 2 defenders and fell incomplete. It looked like number 16, Tony Cabello, got a hand on that one.
Yeah, that looked like it just needed a little bit more air to get to where it needed to go.
Just a touch more air.
Like to see Colt put one in the end zone here at least before the game is over.
2nd and 10 now at the 46. Snap back over the middle. Pass is caught at the 40-yard line. As that time, that was Drew Vi making the catch at the 40, gain of 6. Set up 3rd and 4.
Colt's been on fire with those dig routes, hitting them with great consistency.
4 wide set, 2 receivers to each side. And that time we're going to have a neutral zone infraction as the entire defensive line jumped. And I believe that was Dylan Beckwith.
Offsides with contact. Defense number 51.
Dylan Beckwith stood up as soon as they jumped into the neutral zone to get the flag.
He sure did. But, I mean, the whole line.
Correction.
It's a shame they only called one number.
That is the first down.
They could have called every number on the defensive line.
It was the entire defensive line who jumped that tie. It was a good hard count by Colt Mercer. That gets the Mustangs a 1st down as it moves the ball down to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Snap back. Mercer looking downfield, now rolling to his right. Still rolling, trying to get away from pressure. And this time he's not going to be able to get away and get rid of the ball. As coming in to make the sack that time for a huge loss is number 3, Taborik Richardson, the junior, one of the the 2nd-team defensive end. Again, Mercer just trying to find somebody, trying to extend the play, and finally getting wrapped up back at the 45 for a loss of 10.
Yeah, certainly athletic is Colt Mercer, trying to use that athleticism to get outside and look for somebody downfield.
Snap back on 2nd down. This is going to be a screen pass caught by Tejada, but the Cooper Pirates are all over it and ready for it, and they actually drop him for a loss of a yard as multiple Pirate defenders were all over Tejada on that play.
They were keyed into that. The defensive line didn't even really rush. They recognized the screen looked pretty quickly. Just nowhere to go after the catch.
So it's now 3rd and long here, 3rd and 21 back at the 46. And once again, the Pirates jumped. This time it was just one player mainly. It was the linebacker, number 2, Kobe McKenzie, who's had a great night, but this time he was trying to get the jump on the snap on a blitz and just jumped into the neutral zone. So that'll get 5 of those yards back.
We would hope that's what the call is going to be. They're having a lot of discussion.
They are, but I mean, that was pretty clear. As once again, Dylan Beckwith, the senior right guard, as soon as McKenzie jumped into the neutral zone, he stood up.
False start. Offense number 74.
Wow.
5-yard penalty. Still third down.
I don't agree with that call at all. Coach Alexander
I'm
doesn't
surprised.
either. No. Sorry.
No.
I mean, it's not going to amount to much in this game, but that's just not the correct call.
We disagree vehemently.
Nobody on the offensive line for Grapevine moved until
Agreed.
Kobe McKenzie jumped into the neutral zone. So back it up 5 yards, still third down. Deep pass up the far sideline, and it's going to be out of bounds. He was looking for Drew Kelly, but he was double covered, and the pass sailed out of bounds.
He did. He just launched that ball.
Yeah.
Did Colt Mercer.
And it is now 4th and a country mile. 4th and a quarter horse, to be exact. Only 1:05 to go here in the ball game, as the Mustang season is going to come to an end tonight. Snap back. Mercer looking downfield, stepping up, and he's going to fire it deep up the sideline again. And again, that pass just sails out of bounds as the wind just carries it. Looking for C.J. Holmes. And the Mustangs are going to turn it over on downs, and the Cooper Pirates are going to kneel it down, and they are going to advance to the Region 1 final against their district rival, the Ryder Raiders from Wichita Falls.
Just wasn't Grapevine's night tonight.
Nope,
since the very first play of the game. Went for a touchdown, much like last week. Their offense came down and scored, but since that first drive, the Grapevine offense has not been productive this evening.
The Cooper Pirates have just been the better team for pretty much the entire game tonight, and they're going to advance. Kneel down by Gibson. They'll have to do it one more time here, as it's a loss of 5 technically. They'll do it one more time, and that will be the ball game. We will come back. When we come back after this game ends, we'll have the Energy Attic post-game show for you. We'll give you some final numbers, and we'll just kind of talk about the season for this Mustangs, talk about this senior class, how well they played. It's been a good season for Grapevine, but it's going to end where it ended last year in the Region 1 semifinal against the Cooper Pirates from Lubbock. One more snap, and the kneel down is successful. And so the teams will line up, they will shake hands, and the Cooper Pirates, under Coach Chip Darden, are going back to the Region 1 final, as next week they will take on their district rival, Ryder High School out of Wichita Falls. The final in this game tonight, the Cooper Pirates defeat the Grapevine Mustangs by a score of 27-7. We'll be back with the Energy Attic postgame show. This is Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by Champion Sports Radio. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of the audio stream, and any and all other use of the accounts of this broadcast without the direct written consent and permission of Champion Sports Radio is strictly prohibited. All rights are reserved by Champion Sports Radio and ChampionSportsRadio.com. This is a presentation of Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts.
Do you feel your home is too humid and slightly musty? Do you have that room or side of the house you don't use because it's too hot or too cold? Do you have family members struggling with health issues or allergies? Then contact Energy Attic and transform your living spaces by transforming your attic. Energy Attic uses a 3-part energy reduction system to make your home or office as comfortable and energy efficient as possible, saving you money, reducing your carbon footprint, and improving indoor air quality. Who doesn't want to save money, breathe cleaner air, and sleep better? Energy Attic helps improve your home climate control, reduces those cold and hot pockets, makes it more comfortable throughout, and saves you up to 40% on your energy bill. It's fast and easy to schedule your free Energy Attic audit. Simply visit EnergyAttic.com and fill out the form. Virtual appointments are available as well. Now is the time to get your project started, so let Energy Attic show you how much you can love the comfort of your home. EnergyAttic.com. Attic solutions to transform your life.
At First Colleyville, we believe that church is a place where anyone can find connection, purpose, hope, and community. From an engaging kids ministry to a high-energy student ministry, and from
one's so broken. That one's broken. Dude! It's magic!